Apakah Bigetron akan buat 2-0?
Alone, that it's really hard to deny that Kadita does have her pretty strong early game stats. The ultimate, the burst, like I mentioned to you, is just insane. However, late game could be the problem. They have LY4 for that matter case. Hey, it's late game, we have carry, and we have the legendary marksman in LY4 in legendary carry, and that's how you see. The problem is Bosskurr Gaming and Neri never had a time. They never had a power spike at all.
Yeah, they couldn't get to it just yet. Every time they did, but Bigetron were already so far ahead that it really negated a lot of that damage. But, whew, what a tough game one.
Done and dusted.
Yeah, I really want to see how they want to adapt into game 2, especially for Bosskurr Gaming.
Yeah, best of 3. Remember all of that. They still can come back, and we saw a lot of comebacks, especially Reborn. You know, same thing. The game 1 was insane from RSG. No one thought it could come back. Hey ho, it came back 2-1. Let's look at the highlights of the game. Just a really quick recap of what happened here. And I think from minute 1, it was all BTR.
Yeah, I mean, they did such a good job. You can see how much damage Kadita actually pumped out just with her ultimate alone.
Beautiful. That knock up there just changed the fight. But came in here, Fredo. It was a good outfit, but he just didn't have any items at that point.
Yeah, just no items. I mean, he could have potentially get one more kill if he decided to chase it further, but knowing that Cho is good coming in the back line, you got to be careful. You have to give respect there. So take what you can get.
Yep. They did at least change 1-1 in the early stages. It still looked kind of okay. It was this fight. Solos got caught out. He got killed off. Logan, good medium Fury. No follow-up. Their damage deals are so far away. If Leomar was there, it would have been so different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's where Sync really got that first catch that really helped him get into his first items.
And I tell you what, this game, the MVP has to be KZP. His Archive is so clutch. I think the next one you have to see, he just jumped in, petrified Solos, immediately canceled him out. And when you take away the Lunox, that's his main damage dealer, that's gonna be the main issue, right? No damage means no team fight. When this one, look. It's just, it looks like a broken record. It's on replay every time we see these highlights. KZP catching on key targets.
Yeah, I think Solos has to be really careful because especially if he is playing the main priority 1 DPS, he has to take his time, especially when walking into the jungle where you have no idea where they are. You can't be the one face checking. You have to let your tanks.
Same thing. Godfredo pushes him back, gets the team fight win as easy as that.
I mean, tough game so far for Bosskurr. They could come back into the game.
I mean,
game 2.
It's always the thing that we always say, right? Best of 3. It's not a best of 1 anymore. You need to get your head in the game, as they say it, right? Okay, we lost game 1, fine. Bosskurr, their mentality is all about having fun. Let's just have fun into game 2. We know we're good players. You know, in the early game, they were going neck and neck. It was just those catches that's the problem.
Yeah.
But we know they can come back.
Do they
they need to change their draft. Do you think they need to go more early game?
I think that they weren't really expecting KZP to perform that well on the Akai to begin with, because you already saw the draft. They were taking away a lot of options from them, making sure that they don't have the options like Kaya, just to make sure KZP doesn't get those huge picks. But regardless, I don't think that mattered.
Now, Bosskurr on blue side, maybe they can focus on something else. We want to see how those drafts are going to turn out, but that's only game 1. Don't go anywhere as we still have potentially 2 more games in this series. When we come back, we'll have game 2 of Bosskurr Gaming against Bigetron Singapore. This is MPL MYSG Season 3 live on Facebook Gaming, brought to you by EG Network as well as Mutu. Not forgetting our sponsors. Do you know who they are?
Yep, you are legendary sponsors, U-Mobile, as well as our elite sponsors, HyperX.
See you in a bit.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. partner, Dexter. Let's go fight some enemies. Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's get this started. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
No, Dexter, you can get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
Minotaur, deny Mr. V.
Is banning.
Bigetron, however, I think it's on them to get rid of Harith this time round. Or they can just leave the floodgates open.
And they have to ban Harith.
Your
But
team
this
is picking.
they need to pick a tank. They need to pick Kaya.
Please, but they're giving.
I
don't think they will.
They have to pick Kaya.
I mean, they have to, but I think they will lock in
They
Lunox.
have to pick Kaya. They have to pick Kaya. Because then their strategy is all over the place. This is perfect for BTR as well. Lunox Cho.
Coming up
buy you dinner if they don't pick it up.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that they should, unless the listening is like, I like that guy. I want to get him a free dinner. And they decided not to do it.
Hey, dinner could be an energy bar. It could be a cookie.
Yeah. Now you gotta get technical.
Yeah,
with me.
there you go. Lunax show. 100%. Now, your turn.
Now, this one I'm not too sure, because I mean, a lot of things have been taken off. I think they're gonna lock in the quad for themselves.
Yeah, they need a tank as well, right? Do you think? As well was left open last game.
Is it a priority? We haven't Bosskurr Gaming pull it out just yet, so I'm not as confident in this pick.
Yeah,
but it can work. It's not like it's not like it can't be used after the nerfs. I think it still can be. It's just that it has a much weaker mid game.
Do you think they're gonna? Oh, well, they do. They do have to pick the tank because there was nothing else available.
Your team is
DTR. I think here they have to pick a tank as well.
Yeah.
If not, it's just gonna get banned out.
It's
Lolita,
gonna be bad.
Johnson.
Ooh.
We saw the feature player. I want to see Johnson.
We want
to see Hayabusa instead.
Huh? That's
your
interesting.
team is
Jason Cole.
banning.
So I mean, they're dedicating. Cho's definitely being dedicated
Yeah, it's a
into that tank role. But coming into this Bosskurr Gaming, they could really punish them here, looking to get rid of one of the tanks, forcing them on something they can deal with.
What are the tanks? Like, what do you not want to see? Diggy. Yeah, Diggy.
13 more seconds until they decide. I mean, I feel like Diggy is a little bit more handleable, considering that their team
Lolita?
composition can actually deal with it. I feel like Lolita's a little bit better in this particular situation.
I know Mr. V plays Lolita, right?
Yeah.
But no, they just say
Your
this is a
team is banning.
weird ban because they already have their fighter. I mean, the last pick is for LY4. Selena is
Your team
understandable because
is
you need a mage,
picking.
right? The
Yeah.
last pick is for LY4, and it's either gonna be carry or Yi Shin. And this is gonna be a tank. Maybe a tank or maybe a carry. They can go either way.
I mean, it's probably going to be a tank and give it over to Mr. V anyway, so he's got a lot of options for himself, but what fits best for this particular
Lolita?
team composition? I would say the Lolita, but is it enough? Yep. Oh, no. Going to give it over. Come on, lock it in.
Lolita makes more sense because it's a combo with Lunox.
But Mr. V.
Come on, this is like
Johnson.
This is like, you see you go to the restaurant, you see the menu of like, oh my god, this dessert looks fantastic, and then you get just like, wait, this is not what I ordered.
This is not what I. This is definitely not what I ordered. But
all right, go over here. Let's go.
Bosskurr Gaming. I mean, strong side lane control, I suppose, if they want to lock in the Lancelot and also the Thalmos.
Going back, throw back to season 1. 3 strong laners.
Yeah. But it looks like they don't want to play into Bigetron's composition, who have the likes of Hayabusa on their side, so they're looking to control the side lanes anyway. So that's going to be a big point of
Your
contention.
team
So
is
Bosskurr,
picking.
instead of locking the traditional Claude, saying, "Oh, I want to bank it all on this team fight," we're going to have someone who deals a decent amount of damage, has some good wave clear, and can go up against Bigetron's
No,
Hayabusa.
I'm calling your bluff. This is not happening, dude. If you pick this, Mr. V, when you come over, I'll buy you a drink because I'm not yet. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
looking to
that
see.
is a little more. And this is gonna be interesting because this means LY4 should be playing the Hayabusa. Because Jason Go has to play this. Oh wow.
I mean, they could arguably it could be either or. Hard to say.
Interesting.
It's
I want to
tough.
load into the game because sometimes I know it's bugged out, like
Yeah.
it's a visual bug. But if I am confident, I say that Hayabusa is played by LY4 and KCP is playing by Cho. But now both teams are running the same strat.
Yeah, and I think that's where it comes to a big point of contention. When are they strongest in the games? And I think that in the early stages, I have to give it to Bosskurr Gaming. Kimi is just unbelievably strong until it hits like that 5-minute mark.
They have a timer though, Bosskurr Gaming. They need to make sure they need to ramp up because Hayabusa late game is just going to be unstoppable. Yes, Damus is strong, but he's not as strong as Hayabusa when he hits that maybe 12-minute, 13-minute mark.
Yeah, it kind of for the side lanes especially, it kind of determines who controls the map a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's all about who gets the tempo. With that being said, let's load into game 2. Will it be a 2-0 or will it be a game 3? Bosskurr on the blue side and obviously Bigetron on the red side. And looks like it is KCP on the Cho and LY4 on the Hayabusa.
Yeah, looking to get as much damage as possible in the early stages. And again, even though Bosskurr Gaming are playing this composition to hit early, Bigetron, however, have a much stronger mid game.
Alright, interesting start there. They're putting Hayabusa on that safe lane side, on that top side. I want to point out here, double retribution from Bigetron.
I think if they want to like ramp up faster, they are looking to capitalize on the turtle itself. So having 2 retributions to potentially secure it is going to be something. But if they lose out on it and it gives Bosskurr Gaming a huge advantage, mid-game's going to be much easier for them to play. So again, 2 points of contention, it's going to be River Crab, and then it's going to be that turtle.
Looks like, just like you said, they are going to be that 2 points of contention, and they wanted to trade that top River Crab for the bottom one, but Solos has that retribution as well, and Lancelot is known for the pickup. Let's look at that bottom side, because there is a fight. Looks like Sing did get that River Crab. Let's close away that item bar, because I think we're okay for now.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Just... Oh, KZP. Oh, they want to go a little bit more aggressive, noticing that they're still towards the top side. They trade a couple of jungle camps, so still pretty even in gold from both Bigetron and Bosskurr Gaming.
Vamos, coming this from mid-side. Sing needs to be careful. He's not level 4 just yet. He does get level 4. He does have the Brilliance, and unfortunately the ultimate charge did not hit there, so no kills whatsoever.
That was a really smart, intelligent play coming in from Bosskurr Gaming. He knew that he wasn't going to get the push on the top side, so he quickly roams, gets a bit of damage, runs back into his lane, still absorbs the EXP.
Jason Carr about to be squished in a Bosskurr sandwich.
Oh,
He's
no.
at level 4 though. They're trying to play the ring around the
Turtle
Rosie.
resurrecting
Merry-go-round under this turret. Maximum charge. He's just dodging left, right, center. And looks like he's gonna walk away free.
Yeah, I think they want to push him out, force him to recall here. If Jason Carr doesn't recall, he's looking to contest the turtle, and he's not, so he wants to be there, ready to fight in case his team needs him.
They're trading tempos, right? They trade the mid tempo for the bottom tempo. That's about it.
I mean, topside got... I'm not sure if how hard topside got punished. Ooh, Brajaha is a little low, but I don't think he lost too much off of that. So now that they're both side lanes are recalling here, are they going to look to rotate to turtle side? And it looks like Solos wants to potentially take it.
Look, you can see both teams are so hesitant. They're just waiting for a pickoff. And KZP might be the one that initiates it. But they're just backing up. This time, Bosskurr Gaming, I like it much more disciplined.
A lot more discipline. Gripex needs to hit that level 4 though. I think he's running out. They could capitalize on it, but it's rough. It's really, really rough. One mistake could mean mid-game is completely controlled by one team.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh,
KCP gonna pick Logan, but no angle onto it. Can he run away? The flicker comes through. Mr. V will not get the charge. The flicker under the turret. Mr. V's the one that's in trouble. He's gonna go down himself. Oh, wait a second. Bigetron, that's a mistake there.
Yeah, and now looks like Bosskurr Gaming aren't going to punish just yet. I think they want a little bit more, and they're very happy to just slowly continue this ramp up here, because both sides don't take turtle. It's absolutely fine. It just buys them more time to get their items to really contest that mid game.
But we talked about this, late game, Bigetron has that advantage.
Exactly. So they want to end sooner or later, but hopefully they find that momentum to really start getting these bigger objectives like the towers.
Yeah, looks like they're still slowly fighting those sideways for now. Fredo tickles the turtle a little bit and walks away. It's like teasing him, like, hey, we're here.
Check me out.
Check me out. Check me outside. How about that? That's a throwback.
Casual throwback here, but Bigetron, they're going to continue their rotation more towards topside. They're noticing the movement from Bosskurr Gaming, and it looks like they want to punish.
The things that Hayabusa is so hard to get.
Yeah, that shadow.
He even has the shadow kill, so wait. Looks like he does manage to get the gang over. LY4 needs to be careful. He does the shuriken toss. I guess he got misplayed there. He got outplayed, I'm sorry. And Bosskurr Gaming gonna get the kill and gotta get the turret. In exchange,
so
bottom lane, let's see whether the turtle will get stolen away. Solos.
Can he steal it? Can he steal it?
Be it there. Of course he's gonna get it. He's Solos, dude.
Oh man, just like his name, single-handedly taking the turtle away from 3 members of Bigetron. That's gotta be a kick to the gut.
And straight away, they're going for more. Jahat might go down, but no. And this is what we talked about.
KZP is coming up to the side. He wants to continue this fight.
They want the flank. The flicker gets Logan. Might not be the one that he wants, but they don't care. But he's the one losing the fight. Look at the agents coming through. Sync comes through as well. Yedu has the slow. They will walk away with only 1 kill though. I think that's A-okay. And guess what? KCP went down as well.
That's so worth it for Bosskurr Gaming.
They even get the bottom turret.
Oh my goodness. It's just a never-ending cycle. Bigetron are just losing a lot of objectives across the map every single time they want to make a play. However, Bosskurr Gaming, this is what they were waiting for.
Yes.
An opportunity to really come back into the game and push their advantage. If they
good lead, but this is not no game in the bag just yet.
Yeah, they want to close out this game sooner rather than later.
in the back, and his damage is just gonna ramp up now.
Absolutely. I think if it comes down to a 5v5, Bigetron don't look too good in winning that 5v5.
Nope. Like we're gonna see it here. Here comes the Lolita, charges it up. Will they go out? Greenback pops the ultimate. Now Solos is the one in charge, and he gets killed off straight away. Baloric's the first guy to fight, but now they need to back up charge. Well, then Solos is stunned up, but no damage there. And Logan with the flicker. Does he have sync? Where he's the Divine Judgment is on cooldown, I guess.
It didn't.
I think he flickered over, right?
Yeah, I think he tried to get, accidentally tried to get KZP in the middle of the ship. Oh no, he's going down.
Nope.
Oh, no flicker!
Turtle
No flicker from Sync!
soon.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They don't get it, but at least they get a kill. This is gonna just buy so much time for BTR. Bosskurr Gaming, they were looking so good, and now they're slowly starting to deteriorate.
I mean, that initial engage was great, but they just couldn't find that kill, and that's what they need. They need these kills sooner rather than later. Mr. V is gonna get locked down.
For now, meanwhile, a good solo kill there. Solo's gonna take out LY4. That's the duel to the death. And that is gonna buy them a lot of time. Meanwhile, they're gonna go top side. Fredo, just chugging paintballs in the face of Sync non-stop.
Gotta give that respect. Gotta give that respect. Again, they're looking to hold these turrets and keep control of the waves, because remember, if they let some through, it's going to add up, accumulate, especially with that siege minion in the back. It's going to chunk out the turret so hard.
There, they are going on to Turtle. This team fight should be over the Bosskurr because they have 5 members, and BTR only has 4. Turtle down to 20% health, they will get it, and they're just gonna disengage from maximum charge from Fredo. Just gonna tickle Mr. V a little bit.
Bigetron giving the respect that Bosskurr Gaming, as of right now, with their lead, deserve. Oh, KCP still looking to make the play.
Oh man, and this is what Bosskurr needs to do, but also in turn, this is what Bigetron needs to do, right?
Yeah. Let's look at the items to see where they are really quick, especially for the side of Bigetron. How far off of it?
Still really far.
Just not yet. They probably need their second items before the side lanes really come online.
I think they 3 at least, right? Endless Battle, Bloodlust Axe, maybe for Leomod, a defensive item so he can solo the Thamos himself.
Yeah, I mean, right now the side lanes just look really uncontestable, especially with Thamos already with his first item. He's gonna be so strong.
LY4. He knew.
I think Bosskurr Gaming are doing a great job making sure that Hayabusa doesn't get out of control.
Yep, and I like it.
They are forcing him into this position where he can't really farm helpfully. Oh, look at that damage. And LY4 getting punished wherever he moves.
Oh, no, that's the Baloric. That's not the one that you want, maybe. KCP's the one that's in trouble now. Sync is there. However, they did kill off the Baloric. A 2-for-1 exchange. Solos is just ripping it up. They don't give any chance for them to walk away. They just put so much pressure there.
And look at how far Thamos was able to push uncontested. Leomord unable to even fight him 1v1. He just has to clear the waves every single time, allowing Thamos to get first rotation, and he's looking to try and get more damage into that mid-tier 1.
Oh my god, this is what Bosskurr Gaming needed. They just going back to their old style, and they are slowly controlling this game. Going to the mid lane now.
And Bosskurr fans must be in. Chanting right. Oh, Jason Cole.
There's not enough damage, not enough lockdown. 6,000 gold lead towards Bosskurr Gaming.
It's so frustrating to watch because, like, yes, if you were on even ground, that would have been a great time to fight for Bigetron. But since that they are behind by just 5k, it just isn't enough. And now Solos buys that Blade of Despair as well. He's going to be chunking fools out. Look at LY4, half HP.
That's the teaser. That's the trailer of what Solos can do. Let's wait for the full movie, the full team fight.
Full team fight. Oh, wait.
But now, good flicker from Logan. They kick off Greenback, but KCP catches off the Cho. And no, he will have to back away here. Charge will land on the 2 members, but Solo coming in. But John as well. The damage is coming through. And look at BTR. They're forced to back up. Mr. We tried to take it out. No one went down just yet. LY4 dancing with death, playing with fire, but everyone survived.
Bigetron played that fight so well. One by one, their members rotated to make sure that whoever is getting focused down is pulled out of the fight and somebody else takes their place, to make sure that they slow them down. Don't give them the gold by letting a kill go and sacrificing one member, but instead distribute the damage across your team. Really well played by Bigetron there.
This is them, stopping the bleeding that they need to do, man. But they need to make sure they don't get caught out. Sync, Brilliance is there, but Logan can still follow up. They do not want to risk it.
Yeah, it looks like Logan's eyes are looking to get the priority 1 DPSers. He didn't want to catch KCP there. He could have easily gone for KCP if he wanted to, but he knows that he's mobile, and also it doesn't benefit his team if KCP goes down.
Gideon, I'm getting PTSD. This is just exactly what happened in last week.
Yep, week 1, I mean...
Gaming had the lead against EVOS, a bigger lead, arguably.
Yep.
And they just couldn't find a way to end it.
I think they're struggling to do the exact same thing here. However...
Yeah, exactly.
No.
The same, they should have went on to Lord.
Yeah, they should have taken Lord right here, but they want something in return. It looks like it's gonna be Leomord.
Okay, they're gonna get Jason Cole. That's at least they traded for something. Now, what are they gonna do though? They don't have the priority. They're gonna rush down to the mid lane. And everyone just backed off.
This is so messy.
Oh, no.
This is so messy from Bosskurr Gaming. You are willing to sacrifice one member and not get Lord out of it. That's so unfortunate.
Are they starting?
Yeah, I think they want to force it. Oh no, not just yet.
They're
Looks like they're calling it off.
They're baiting it out.
I mean, this is not exactly a very good position for Bosskurr Gaming, considering that the game is dragging out a lot longer. But Gripex might be baiting something out.
EZP, Mr. V, they do not want any of those. They do use the Divine Judgment on to Mr. V, the leader. Does get chunked out a lot. He's trying to back away. He will go down without using that ultimate. Now Sing coming through by LY4 and the back end of it. He's just trying to play Disturbance. And now Sing does get chunked out. Brilliance does get popped. 2 Magic Kundo. Where is the damage? Where's the follow-up? KZP flickered out. This is good jungle coming in. Jason Call charges the momentum, but he doesn't have the Phantom Steed. BTR trying, must run tail. They're trying to walk away. They lose down 3 members there.
This is looking so good now.
Yep.
They can potentially take Lord, but I think they're just a little too low, and Jason Cole will have the Phantom Steed, so it'll be an easy cleanup for him. They decide not to do it just yet. Buy some time, go for the easy reset, pick up their items, and look to potentially fight one more time, because again, they are in the lead.
And that, like you said, because they're in the lead, they can pressure Lord. However, they do have that Phantom Steed available down to 40% health. They are playing Bodyguard. No, don't be able to do it. Not this time. No repetition from last week, and Bosskurr just walks away scot-free.
Oh man, I could just feel my butt clenching.
It's like, wait, no, I saw this before. I saw this before.
Especially with KZP out of all people getting inching closer towards the Lar. Oh man, that stressed me out too much.
But the one thing is the 2 members that had Retribution outside of BTR was down. That's why they knew they could go for it.
However, you gotta be certain, like, even though you do take the Lord, you don't want to lose too many members, because then you just wasted Lord anyway. And considering Bosskurr Gaming's composition, they want to be able to punish KZP.
He called out to Logan. That's not the one that they want to. They do kill off Gaia, but the rest of the team fight is coming away. Gripex does pop the Nature Shield, a lot of damage reduction, but top side.
I mean, that was so worth it for Bigetron, but are they going to lose an inhibitor for this? Oh, let's look at the top side of the map.
Let's go to the top side in a little bit. Oh, so sorry a little about that. I think they lose it. No, they don't. They kill Lord.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah.
They needed to break that inhibitor to have constant pressure on that top side of the map.
They do live to tell the tale. Bigetron dragging the game.
I mean, this is some A-class play coming in from Bigetron, especially for when you're behind. You're looking to get these smaller picks, take these 50-50s, make sure you slow down the bleeding and not give up too much over to your opposing team. But now with the Blade of Heptaseas coming in for LY4, he's going to do some damage in these prolonged fights.
Remember, this is the thing that they want, the late game, when they have those items, Blade of the Heptaseas, even the Blade of the Spares, whatever you want to call it, those things are just going to stack up the armor reduction, right? LY4 uses the Shadow Q, reduces all the armor, and Jason Call, happy days, comes in with the Phantom Steed and just wreck havoc.
Absolutely. Let's look at the items real quick. I need to see how far Fredo is in terms of his build. Looks like he is locking in. Ooh,
Wind of Nature.
Wind of Nature is going to be the next item. But man, 3 items already. Plenty of damage in a traditional marksman build. This is looking so good. 4 items now that he's finished it.
Oh, but this is also the power spike that Bigetron was waiting for. This could be the next team fight. That will change everything. Bosskurr, even though they have that lead 10,000, they need to force the issue. They are strong. They need to show that they are strong. And they do go for Sing. Sing, will he go down? Yes, is the answer. 4v5 charges there. Not going to land onto anyone. Where is the Hayabusa? He's 1v1ing. Mr. V backing out. They're just trying to survive. Disengaging. Jason Call has the sprint active. They just cleared the minions. That is much better from Bosskurr Gaming.
So much cleaner. Very, very good attempt. They wanted to get a little bit more, but Bigetron was just not having it. But Bosskurr may make a good call. They don't want to overextend. They peel back, saying, hey, we took down 1 member, we took down 6, and we also took down the inhibitor. No reason to push it any further.
Like I said, discipline, discipline, discipline. But they need to know they're on a timer.
Yeah.
Late game is, I think we're in late game already.
Yeah.
If they go on a 5v5, do you think they will win the game?
Maybe. It depends on whether Fredo gets caught or not, and I think that's going to be a big point for Bigetron because they're looking to kill Fredo and Solos. Solos can come in a bit later into the fight, but Fredo is going to be the main damage dealer.
KCP playing with fire. Damos on the top side, you can see he's just split pushing, forcing 4 members of Bigetron to just go onto the top side. I think Bosskurr Gaming is waiting for the next Lord.
Yeah, I mean, they've already accumulated 50k gold. Bigetron, however, slowly racking up to that 4k. They are looking to pick up their 4th item already, and I think that's going to turn, in these next team fights, it's going to be a lot closer.
I think you just have to hold your breath at the moment.
Yeah.
If you are a Bosskurr Gaming fan, every league doesn't seem like a certain victory. Bosskurr Gaming, they have that tendency to not be able to end games. Let's see whether they can change that fact here.
Yeah, 9 more seconds onto the Lord. They will try and set this up. They're probably going to wait for top. If they do this correctly, they wait for top to push in 1 more wave and then look to rotate back down.
They didn't get it correctly because the minions should be able to block off that minion wave. Yeah, Damos is...
They're going to start it early.
Yeah, they're gonna rush it.
They're going to try and fight. I mean, Bigetron, they know this. They can see it.
But they are going to try and fight here. Leomon is actually getting caught here. Not really sure about his health, but he's still staying alive. Jason Call will be to walk away. Lord is still getting focused on by Fredo. On the meanwhile, Singh will come through. Looks like BTR will be to win this fight. No Souls coming through with the Thorn Roses. The damage is insane. Mr. V will pop out with the Numnon Blast, but he will go down himself. The Flicker, not enough. Solo feeling confident, feeling good, and went in with the kills. Bosskurr Gaming coming online.
Oh man, Solos just did them dirty there. Bought so much time for the team, chunked out the right members. Sync goes down, Mr. V goes down, and this means Bosskurr Gaming are going to get a guaranteed Lord with no contestant, and they're hoping to end the game off of this, or at the very least get all the inhibitor turrets.
Look at that, but Jahat is just so tanky. It is just way too hard to kill him because he has the immortality. Now looks like BTR, they're just trying to wait.
They're just trying to wait. And LY4, he didn't get ahead at all in this game. And I think Bosskurr's previous decisions of focusing him down, making sure he doesn't get enough gold, is really starting to pay off right here.
Do you think his Hayabusa pick was the issue?
To a certain extent, no, but I do think that they could have, especially for Bigetron's side, they could have played the side lanes a little bit more because it feels like they fell into the tempo of Bosskurr Gaming, who are really setting the pace of the game.
Oh, they are definitely setting the pace as they do have Lord marching into the top side as well. KZP trying to find for Hail Mary pick, but he's the one that gets Hail Mary picked off, and he will get focused on. Mr. V is there as well. The damage is in quite a bit, but they're just peeling back off. If you look on the minimap, Lancelot is on that bottom side, just pressuring a KZP, needs to back away. Jikundo comes through, Shadow Q will try and do a little bit damage, but it's just not enough. And now BTR getting focused, heavily charged, comes through, lands on the 3 members, but is it enough? Here comes Solos, the Nature Stew is there. They just do not have enough damage, and they're just dropping like flies, one after the other. Triple kill for Fredo. Will it be more? They don't care about the kills. They just want the crystal, and they are gonna get it. Game 2 going over to Bosskurr Gaming.
They're gonna push it to Game 3. Bosskurr fans are rejoicing as they bring it 1-1 against Bigetron Esports. That was a great game to watch.
The rivalry is back.
Now, let's look at some of these in-game stats to have some more in-depth knowledge of what exactly is going on here.
Oh, 16 and 6. But there's one thing I want to highlight, right? The time difference of ending the game.
Yeah.
This time, it was very clear that the damage or the lead was all the way to Bosskurr. But the only difference is that they were very disciplined.
Extremely. I feel like they were playing off of a textbook here, especially considering that both compositions wanted to do the exact same thing. And now you can see that LY4, he's got 11k under his belt, but it just wasn't enough to really take control of the game.
Let's look at the percentage damage share really quickly to see. And yet only Hayabusa was able to do anything at that point. Because Damos, Bosskurr did something really smart.
Yeah.
They put Damos in the Leomod lane straight away. They did a lane swap, so Jason Cole was just focused every single time, no chance whatsoever. Singh couldn't get going, and that was the main issue, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like especially somebody needed to get ahead in their team, and they knew that Jason Cole wouldn't be able to against the Thalmos lane, so it's either LY4 or Singh here. LY4, he couldn't scale, he got focused really hard, and Singh just got caught in that trap. I do think Singh probably should have taken a bigger role in terms of catching people off with the likes of KZP. However, it just backfired completely.
Kaya MVP pick, yes or no?
Absolutely, 100%.
First pick worthy?
First pick worthy. I think this is a good game strategy, especially if they are trying to play the exact same compositions. Kaya makes a significant difference.
Yeah, and honestly speaking, going to game 3, this is gonna be, the drop itself is gonna mean a lot, because I'm not sure who has first pick, so I will check back when we'll get that to you. But going to it, I think the Kaya is gonna play a big factor.
Yeah, such a big factor. My goodness. Let's look at the highlights here. Yeah, I wanted to talk specifically about Kaya and Akai here. We mentioned Kaya a lot. However, in most situations, you have both of them on the table. When you deny one just becomes even better than the other.
Yeah.
So it really shows that if you have one of these S-tier utility tanks, they do their job especially well, they can set the pace of the game.
And I have to kind of call out KZP this game. His Cho was not that effective, unfortunately. Every time he got a Jukundono, he kind of missed target. There was one time, I remember, that he caught Logan and Fredo. He kicked Logan back instead.
Yeah, just slight misplays that really make a huge difference here. And I think you have to give it a Bosskurr game because they are playing a lot more aware of where KZP is. There was, I'm not sure whether the highlights showed it, especially in the mid rush there, where they couldn't give him an angle to actually get a kick. And that was really, really important, because once they don't have that angle, you are forced to say, well, I'm already in this position, I have to kick somebody, use out the closest target, and hopefully my team can follow up.
Yeah, and I think every single time, there was more often than not, he kicked like Baloric just like that.
Yep.
He kicked at Baloric, but Baloric, he's so tanky, especially with that Nature Shield active. The damage reduction is just insane. Every single time, Mr. V, with that Numenon Blast, which is Lolida's ultimate, he caught up multiple members, but no damage follow-up. Leomod was way too far behind, so his Phantom Steed, he couldn't just rush in with confidence.
And I think in a lot of situations, Bigetron were just trying to look for these better engages. However, too many members had a lot of gold invested into them, especially the Thamos, especially Solos, who was actually a big part of this game, because both their compositions just needed a side lane to get pushing, and either Solos or Thamos could do it, and it was just too difficult to handle.
Punjahat and Solos both showing up this game. To an extent, I think all 5 members of Bosskurr Gaming played phenomenally. They showed up, and this is the Bosskurr that everyone wanted to see. But the question is whether they can bring it in game 3. You know, a tale of two teams so far.
Yeah, I agree. But hopefully, I think if Bigetron wants to come back into this game, they shouldn't try and contest the same compositions. If they are, if they in the draft is especially, I think they should be on blue side this time.
No, I remember game 3 they will do a coin toss to decide again. So we don't have any confirmation. But when we get, we'll tell you when we come back. But if you notice, BTR game 1 and game 2, they had one difference, right? In game 1, they did a 4-1 strat.
Yeah.
This, they went for 1-3-1. And you could see, they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, again, once you have side lane tempo, it's really difficult. And I think even for Bigetron, they wanted to get LY4 ahead. They just could not do it. There were just so many opportunities for them to try for it. But Gripex, with that big ultimate, really denies so much damage, which has to be frustrating if you're in Bigetron shoes.
Yeah, and you can see here, beautiful ultimate from Mr. V, but no follow-up because, you know, they are way too far behind. They could not peel it through. Gripex with that Nature Shield came really, really clutch. And Bosskurr Gaming looking really, really strong.
Oh, now, upcoming game 3, what do you expect from
I'm not gonna spoil it. It's all down to the draft. I think you agree with me.
Yep.
Draft has been just deciding all the game.
Yeah, I think blue side has a significant advantage here because both teams want to play their own game and not adapt to somebody else's.
Kaya is good for Brit, it's good for Mobile Legends as well. I'm pretty proud I made that show. With that being said, I think we are allowed to go on a break, but don't go anywhere. Game 3, and this is gonna be huge. Who is going to bring home the points? Whoever wins this will bring home 3 points.
Oh my
goodness. 2 points, I'm
2
sorry.
points.
2 points. So 1 extra points could go a long way. When we come back, that is gonna be it. This is MPL MYSG, and of course we are live on Facebook Gaming, brought to you by EG Network as well as Bluetooth. Not forgetting our sponsors. I'm not gonna do that thing because I'm not confident with my showreel thing. But yeah, thank you so much to our legendary sponsor, which is U-Mobile, and our elite sponsor, which is HyperX. My name is Matthew. His name is the Fatal 5-Way. See you in a bit.
Turret has been destroyed. Request
free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's go fight some enemies. Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's get this started. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
But you don't, Dexter. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's get this started.
Legendary. Double kill. Triple kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The strongest ninja.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary. Legendary.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to more MPL Season 3 action. And of course, this whole thing is live on Facebook Gaming. Of course, brought to you by EG Network, as well as not forgetting our sponsors, our legendary sponsor, U-Mobile, and our elite sponsor, HyperX.
And it's going to be the cast, the dream team of Fatal 5-Way,
Whoa.
and also Matthew.
That is some confidence.
That is some confidence.
I don't know who gave you that dream team title. I didn't allow this.
I allowed it. You know why?
You need
Okay,
consent.
okay. First of all, I need consent of this, but the main thing I'm bringing up Dream Team here because I feel like in many situations I feel like Nobita and he's just a straight up Doraemon, man. And a lot. That's the one thing I've been waiting to bring up all day. Where is this coming from?
They won't get that reference, so I'm not. Don't try to.
I'm pushing it so hard.
Anyway, we are watching Bigetron Singapore and Bosskurr Gaming 1-1 so far, down to the wire. Malaysia versus Singapore, and you know what? Let's get into it. No time at all. BTR is on the blue side, Bosskurr Gaming the red side, and question on everyone's mind, on my mind.
Your team is
Kaya.
I'm pretty sure that Bigetron don't really want to get rid of it. They want to hold it up for themselves and just let Bosskurr decide. And that's the advantage here. Bosskurr will ban it. You sure not the Akai like last game?
No, they'll ban it. Kaya is more impactful than Akai. I personally think it's just way too strong, right? Divine Judgment just taking out any hero, any member is so strong.
I do agree. However, Bigetron
Your
will.
team is banished.
I think both of them should be. It's either one or is going to get off.
You're
But
leaving Grok.
Your team
I agree,
is banished.
but I don't think Grok won't. I mean, considering how these teams play, I think the priority is going to be on to. Well, actually, you're not wrong now that I think about it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Grok is pretty contestable in many of these situations, and I think Bigetron probably should have banned something else other than the Harith, but now it's going to be first pick Gaia.
Or are they gonna change things up and pick? Okay, no.
Okay, don't even don't bother about it. Don't even think about it. Chill.
Lunox Cho. Or it could be a Lunox Minotaur as well.
No, I would say chill.
Lunox Kimi? Is that too greedy?
I feel like they can hold up the Kimi for now.
They need a tank, right? They need a
Yeah, so I think Cho is pretty good, because you can flex him, and that's the beauty of Cho. So they can lock in just their tanks here if they wanted
Alright,
to.
that's the Cho.
They could go Cho
I think you need
Minotaur.
the Lunox. You need the Lunox here. Kimi or Lunox?
Lunox.
Hey, 100% so far.
Hey,
Let's try to keep
100%.
it up. What's next?
Bigetron,
I think they're gonna pick the Minotaur here. Minotaur,
Thamus.
Leomord.
Oh yeah,
Leomord.
Leomord. Sorry,
Minotaur, Leomord. It's Jason Core. He likes his Leomord a little bit more. But no, they
Sticking with the Bellray.
Interesting. Oh, going with the Kadita.
Looks like they have some preset idea of the composition they want to build for blue and red sides, which is pretty interesting. But Kadita, again, you've mentioned it before, really slippery, high damage, but needs to focus that one person down.
And
even
with the Divine Judgment.
and a Bellaric, it seems to be playing to that one plan.
Yeah, you just lock them down.
Now, however, Bosskurr Gaming, on the other hand, they could probably see the same things as well. They understand that one person is going to get targeted. So Diggy,
I was gonna say it.
Diggy is a great pick.
Yep. But there's
Your
one thing, one fun
team
fact,
is
right?
banning.
Digi's ultimate cannot cancel Kaya's ultimate as long as he starts first. So if Kaya uses Divine Judgment first,
The animation will go through.
the animation will go through no matter what. Even the time journey comes through. So that's the thing. KZV can still outplay that Digi if he managed to find that small little window.
I have to agree. I think Bigetron, they're going to be looking to ban out the Minotaur here.
No, I think this is a tank choke. What do you think?
I definitely agree that this has to be a tank show, but again, it's one of those situations where it's like they could force it out. It really depends.
Okay.
Your team is banning.
Because if you ban out the Minotaur, you force Cho into that position, and now you don't exactly have the greatest tank lineup.
I think you ban carry here. Or you ban the Tamus, pick the Leomord. Or you ban carry. Yeah, it's either one.
Your team
Either
is
or.
picking.
They can pick the Tamus here and force Jason Core to pick the Leomord.
True. Could look.
No solos.
He wouldn't, would he?
No, don't do this to me.
Would he? I mean, he's hovering over it. I would like to see it, but
Fanny?
oh, please don't. This one I don't like.
Okay, let's talk. How's your day?
Your day? My day is great. I mean, what about your
Okay,
day?
Hayabusa gets lost.
Finally, goodness gracious me.
So it's the same strat, strong laners, and Jason Core's like, you know what?
Thamus.
Don't care about the Leomord anymore. Go for Tamus. Should be that. It could be Claude, but I think it's going to be a Yishin Shin pick. Or the Kimi as well. Yeah, one of the other.
It's gotta be the Kimi here. However, Bosskurr Gaming, how do they round out the composition from here on out? Do they want to give that side lane over? Because I mean, Cho into the Thamus lane isn't as bad as you would imagine it compared to the Leomord, where Leomord doesn't exactly have too much counterplay. But at least with the Cho, you could pull out a couple here and there.
Okay, this is a solid lineup.
team
You know, a
is
lot of damage
picking.
early game, mid game. Not late game damage, but at least you can power through. But Bosskurr, they have that late game insurance with Hayabusa to split push. I think they need some mid game power spike. Claude?
That might be a little greedy though.
No. Yep.
It's hard because
Martis?
Ruby is an option. I wouldn't deny that, but I don't think it's the best lineup here because I feel like if they do pick the Ruby up, that late game isn't going to be as great. Oh, this is so greedy. Nah.
No. Yep. No.
Yes, no, choose one. But it's going.
What do you think?
I mean, it's a very greedy lineup. It's very gold intensive. You're banking a lot on this early game to be absolutely fine, but you've got the likes of Kimi, you got the likes of Kadita, you got the likes of Thamus and Bellaric. It's not looking too good because Bigetron is going to have full control over this early game.
Too greedy because they're banking, like you said, right? They need this Lunox pop off. Fredo has immense amount of pressure on him.
Yeah.
They need to make sure this Fredo just goes off and just carries through. Tamus, Kimi, it's just so much damage.
Yeah, I think I have to give it to Bigetron. Bigetron, unless somehow Bosskurr Gaming can pull through with some amazing plays here, because Bigetron, it's so much easier to play their composition in comparison to Bosskurr Gaming, where they have very dedicated, very huge focal points.
Okay, let's talk about both teams lineup, right? Bosskurr Gaming very clear, early to mid game, all Lunox, all to just carry through.
Oh yeah.
Late game, they have so much, but Bigetron,
Smash them.
so much potential to just pop off.
All troops deployed.
So the Kadita, they can just end the game before it even starts for Bosskurr Gaming.
I think they have full control at level 2 and 3. I think they have to remember that. They can't just invade level 1, especially when they have the options like Logan, who is playing on the Cho. He will be able to buffer that sort of early game bleeding if it does come to it, but they got to remember, they're not as strong as they think from level 1 to 2.
Let's count the retribution, and this time it's actually Bosskurr Gaming with double retribution. And you always see this when you want to funnel more gold, right? To get more items into it, to secure more jungle items in that sense. But BTR, they can just push so quickly.
Yeah, and I think the most important point here is how Jason Cole is going to play the side lane as well. He's not matched up. He's not matched up against Banjahat, so I'm expecting whether or not they're going to do a lane swap real quick, but it looks like top side is going to be conceded over to Bigetron, while bottom side is contested for Bosskurr Gaming.
So far, so good. Yep, it's going to be a 1-for-1 in terms of grab exchanges. Banjahat's the one actually picked that up, so good, you know, happy days for him, even though he's getting punished a lot in his bottom lane. He gets some extra influx of gold.
Yeah, it's a small win, but it's definitely going to help him out later on, especially since you're denying it from the enemy team. Midside is getting controlled pretty well, but I think in terms of jungle contention here, only the top side seems to be most active.
I think because you know Jason Paul on these hours is just insane, right? He can just keep on pressuring non-stop. He knows his save, especially with his passive. Once he has ultimate, he can play even more aggressive.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful. He really does have to be careful. Bottom side, looks like they want to pressure this even more.
Resurrecting soon.
Manages to run away and get away scot-free, and this is just really bad rotations coming up from BTR. You can see on his top side, Jason Paul forced out as well. So both teams actually wasted a lot of time.
They don't profit off of anything, but Kimmy will get a significant amount of damage onto that turret. So at least that's a small win, but it will add up into the long term of breaking that tower early on.
Yeah, and now they have the priority on this turtle as well. Looks like they have to go about 4v4. Remember, we talked about this BTR has a much stronger lineup early in the game.
I mean, Banjahat, I'm pretty sure he can use his Chains of Fate right now just to get some vision onto it, but it looks like he isn't going to commit.
They do use Chains of Fate, but a little bit too late, and they're just going to back off here.
Why didn't he use it earlier just to have some vision over the turtle instead of, well, that might just be me, but Bigetron, they will come ahead with the turtle. That's going to help them with that early game strategy that they are playing against Bosskurr Gaming, who slowly is falling behind, but not too behind to the point where the game is over.
Oh, actually, Jason Cole picked up the turtle buff, so he's going to have to be even more annoying.
Oh, just look at him. He just doesn't care.
He's like, you know, he's like the high school. He's like, I'm going to take care of you. You want to gang up on me? Hey, I'm stronger, I'm taller, and I am going to go 1v3. Logan gets what? See you later. That is just unfair. Free Fight's just pull back, nowhere to run. And oh wow, Jason Cole just single-handedly opened up the map.
Oh my god.
For Bigetron there.
Jason, you gotta stop it, man. Cut it out. Stop it. Jason. He is so strong as of right now at only level 5, 1 kill under his belt. I mean, great rotation for the rest of his team to catch up with him. Jason Cole knows his limits and is willing to extend it further. So if they keep playing around him for now, they're gonna have full control over that top side of the map. If Bosskurr Gaming want to reply, they probably should look to help out their bottom, but it's just not looking too good for Bosskurr Gaming to begin with.
I think what Bigetron is doing here is they're trying to make a play in this top side. Try to kill off somebody to get priority and that turtle. You see they're hovering over, looking for any pickoffs. But for now, Bosskurr playing very, very safe.
Yeah, I mean, what they need to do...
Good. Gets poked away, but no follow-up just yet. That is a divine judgment wasted, but Lunox does get caught out. Brilliance comes out from solos. We'll be able to walk away for now.
That waveform is just a great way to just basic rushes. How many people are in there? A couple of people. All right, I'm out of here. If he does find an opportunity, he can just stop and go off. Oh, but Logan looking to make the play.
If he does come through, and that is just going to melt. They are going to make their way to that turtle, and I think it's just going to be a free objective here.
Yeah, I think Bigetron at this point of time, they've got too much versatility in who they want to dedicate their resources to at which point of time. It's between LY4 and Jason Cole. They can easily, all the tanks can transition between the two, just opening up the map so much more that Bosskurr Gaming is just struggling to come up with a response.
You know, we talked about in the drop, exactly the problem that we talked about, right? Too many heroes want too much gold. There's not enough gold to play around, and they banked on solos to pop up. It's not popping up just yet.
This is just a really tough game to watch, especially if you're a Bosskurr Gaming fan. Because I mean, it's not like they are playing bad or anything. It's just how the composition is. There's nothing much you can do about it.
Good Jahat does get
Oh,
an
no.
explosion. He gets Divine Judgment up, hook, line, and sinker. Not even a chance to use that punch, and he goes down.
And Bosskurr Gaming gonna reply by trying to take down that tier 1. They're gonna have to concede it regardless.
They have to recall because this is Kimi. Kimi just melts turrets so quickly.
Wait, hold on. They're not recalling. What are they? Wait a minute. Hold up. This has got to be a mistake, right? What is going on?
At least they with the damage reduction, they don't do so much damage to the turret, but they just lost 1 minute's worth of tempo.
Yeah, and I think Bigetron now can really decide how they want to end the game out as of here, because they are coming close to their second item, and once they get that, I think Bosskurr Gaming, they won't be able to take any fights till they get their second item, and they're nowhere close to it.
So far, man. Let's look at the item as mentioned about it, and you can see not even one completed item just yet. They are so far behind here.
Oh man, and Beleric is just so happy. He is just walking around, not afraid of anything, as well as Guy, who already has the Athena shield. She can just pick off anybody without worrying about any retaliation coming in from Bosskurr Gaming. And look at them, they're already trying to set up these picks. They're making sure they have the members. Once they rotate and face check, it's over. And here it comes, LY4.
But Jason, I think they do get a kill there, but now Jason Cole is the one that might get killed off as well. The flicker, Logan, no distance. Jason Cole even walking back into the face, and he fancies this fight. 1v4, I don't think he can win that fight. He does pop the output, he will get a lot of healing, but not enough. All this time, the top side is just getting pummeled over on the side, and they will get another turret here, Bigetron.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose the inhibitor turret, so they're sending more members back to hold off the wave, but they will get some kind of retribution here, unless Bigetron want to die, but they're taking significant damage.
Oh, they didn't want to start this fight. Remember, it's a 4v5, but they're backing off, I think the Elders will stop as well. Yep, he will start at the trip lane, but at least they managed to save their inhibitors.
And a great Aldius all there, because it just deters them from going to fight. They still will lose the turtle, and there's nothing they can do about it, but at least I would rather any day give up turtle for my inhibitor turret.
It's all good for now, so they get the other one, they get the little bird instead, and they will kill him off. Now, without the time journey protection, CR is going to have full confidence in diving this turret.
I would like to see,
No, not the angle there, and now Logan's the one that's in trouble here. LY4 just in full control in that damage, and he will take off another kill.
Another kill for themselves, but that's not going to be the end of it, as Bigetron is going to clear out their jungle and just suffocate them like they did in Game 1. This is just a repetition, and Bosskurr Gaming can't seem to find any way to slow down the tempo of Bigetron's huge snowball.
Solo's doing what he can, right? He's 1-0-0. He's not died yet. He's the highest level in his team, but he's just not doing enough. Now, Brilliance comes through. Could this be the turnaround? Shadow Q comes through, and Y4 does get locked in, but they just have no way to enter, no entry into BTR's backline.
Yeah, no real way to engage, and I think they're depending on Logan to do that. And in most times, every time he does try to get these picks, he just gets caught himself because of the amount of gold and EXP difference between the two teams. But it's just such a tough game for Bosskurr Gaming to come back. They just need to hold on to those last inhibitor turrets, hold as for long as possible until they can stand toe-to-toe against Bigetron.
Alright, if you are a Bosskurr Gaming right now, what do you have to do to come back?
But Jahat, please play at your best. Stack some more, please, my friend. Stack some more.
This battle already, so he does have some damage into it,
but it's not that one punch.
Not that one punch, man. It's a Kara, not online yet.
It will take some time for him to get up, considering he's only got 4.7k under his belt. He needs way more if he wants to accelerate himself. But I think Bosskurr Gaming just have to hold on.
Lord resurrecting
They
soon.
come in, and there goes the Divine Judgment. Hooks down Joe and kills him off. They have the kill. They have that priority, but bottom lane and top, Bosskurr Gaming says, you know what, you can get your priority. I'm just gonna get your other lanes.
Oh, Lord is going to be in the sights of Bigetron as they keep control over the game. Bosskurr Gaming, at this point, they're just hoping to steal it away. But Jahat, he is scaling very well already.
See a big turnaround here. Here comes the Elders. The Chase Fate comes through. He does pull on the heavy. He doesn't want to commit just yet. But at least they force BTR into an awkward position.
Yeah, and that Chain Fate is really such a huge deterrent for Bigetron. They have with vision control, that helps so much for Bosskur's decision making.
Hayabusa once again back to split pushing duties. I want to look at his items really quickly. Does he have that Malefic Roll?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
Play to have to seize.
No, not yet. He's going for it, but now Logan does get caught out. However, they're just buying time for Fredo. But Jahat will pop the sprinter. Ooh, the knockup. So close. But BTR fancies the fight. Singh comes through. Time journey does get popped up. Rough wave from Singh will go through as well. First inhibitor goes down straight away. And finally, Bigetron gets something.
I think it's just a huge sigh of relief, especially for Bigetron, because it was starting to slow down a lot. They couldn't get the Lord when they wanted to, so they have to do otherwise by breaking that inhibitor, and that's going to help them because we're starting to push towards that late game, and Bigetron is coming up with their big ticket items. They can start being very diverse with what they build with. However, Bosskurr Gaming not exactly going to have that same opportunity, still looking to build those core items to hopefully stand a chance in the upcoming team fight against Bigetron.
Yeah, that is true, but now Chase Fate will come through again. This is much better from Bosskurr, and remember what we said in the draft, late game. They are doing exactly what they need to do.
I love the way that they're using the Chains of Fate as a way to really set in motion what calls they want to do. Like, hey, do we want to force out Lord right now? Are they doing Lord? We need the information, and Chains of Fate just gives them that information that they need. But it looks like a fight. Oh, Logan is caught!
Logan gets caught out, and the breath of the ocean will knock him up. This could be the final push that BTR wanted, but it's the retribution battle. Who is going to win it? KCP playing bodyguard. LY4 is there. Reverse time will pull him back. Who's going to get it? And it goes to the hands of the Kadena. They will get the Lord. And now they are pushing on. Can they get the slow? Repax pops the Courage Bulwark. The slow will connect onto that little birdie. But looks like no follow-up so far. And they're just going to back off here. And the flicker into the Divine Judgment will kill off Gripbacks in that bottom lane.
Hold up. Mr. V flickering forward might get punished. Oh, he doesn't die just yet.
It was close, but they're buying time. For that Hayabusa to clear the Lord. Chase Fate comes through, going to pull up the handbrakes once again.
Yep, and now Hayabusa has full control over the Lord. They won't be able to stop it, but they will fight.
Mid lane, they're forcing the dive, they're going through it, but they have the Belleric, they have so many tanky members, they have the minion as well. Where is it? And there goes the hook on to Bajar. The Elders is down, and here comes Greenbacks. He comes to stay alive, but he just came up to die once again. He has to back up, and the maximum charge gives him maximum pain. He will die off, and I think BTR will be able to get that inhibitor.
Oh no, Hayabusa has to recall right now to meet up with his team. If they only just lost one member for the side Bosskurr Gaming, they might have been able to hold up, but instead they give away an inhibitor turret.
Oh, Brilliance Cats popped down.
Oh no!
Divine Judgment drags him in. He just like clockwork. Once the Brilliance time's out, he goes down. BTR just giving no mercy. Logan pops onto Singh with that ultimate, but he manages to stay alive. He can't break the tether, and now Bosskurr Gaming, their members are dropping one after the other, dropping just like the dominoes, like they are. And BTR marching into Bosskurr, just Hail Mary defense, try to do what they can, but nothing is the answer. Tiki is there for John, and the Elders, can he do enough damage? He's doing what he can, but it's just not enough. Bigetron will be able to secure their first series win in MPL Season 3, bringing it home 2-1.
Ooh, what a game to start off week 2, a 2-1 series. Bigetron come up on top against Bosskurr Gaming, but that's got to be a huge blow. Bosskurr not being able to secure any points whatsoever already.
1 point.
Oh, they do get 1 point,
They
but
do get
still,
1 point
it's, I mean, I think they were hoping for a lot more coming into this.
But they do have, other games coming through. We'll have to see, but wow, 15-1. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting, a significant one side from, especially from Bigetron, but not this much. But
if you look at the damage share, Solos did what he could. We talked about this. They needed the late game assurance. It just didn't came true. When you drop Haya and Elders, you need so much time.
Yep.
it's a bit too greedy, but if it works out, it's just a thing of beauty. But this time, it just didn't work out.
I mean, there is the possibility if you have something like the Grok on your side, you know, but it really, you just need to be able to hold out for that early game and not bleed so much, but they gave so much leeway over to Bigetron, and they just took that all the way home.
Oh, that being said, 2-1 means BTR registers a win for themselves, bringing home 2 points. At least both teams, you know, they get points for themselves.
Yeah.
That's the silver lining.
I guess, but I think Bosskurr really wanted to get a little bit more after week 1's performance, but however, they still have a couple more games coming up for the week. But let's look at some of the highlights and get a little bit of insight on what's been happening throughout the game.
Like I said, right, a tale of different teams. Game 1, it was BTR. Game 2, it was all Bosskurr. And then Game 3, BTR just say, hey, no more playing around.
Yeah, I think especially for the draft for Bosskurr Gaming, they just gave a little bit too much leeway over to Bigetron here. And in most situations, you shouldn't be, especially with a team that has Jason Cole, who can play those side lanes so well.
And they went back to what they know, the familiarity of 4-for-1. You can see every time, even in this fight, right? 4 members of BTR on the mid side and Jason Cole all on his lonesome. They just let Jason Cole do whatever he wants because by just being there, he's creating so much pressure.
Yeah, and I think even if they wanted to push out the lanes, it's just a little too difficult to expect Kaya, especially Fredo. It's a lot of pressure because he didn't get a kill to get ahead. He didn't have the items to really push for it. All he was a utility split pusher at that point.
To be fair, he did his job really well, right?
Yeah.
He bought so much time, he broke down so much turrets, but he just didn't have that team fight pressure that he needed to be as well.
Yeah, he needed to be that effective, and that's a lot to call for, especially with one team member, especially when you don't exactly have the early game to back that up.
Yeah, I agree there as well. And BTR this time, much more disciplined, much more standard, much more textbook. The BTR that we know.
Yeah, very used to their playstyle at this point. Very consistent when they pull it out as well. However, do you think that they could have improved the draft a little bit better from the side of Bosskurr Gaming? Maybe switch out the Haya for maybe
I think it was clear, right? When they picked the... I mean, if you just go back to the video, if you watch the VOD, when they picked the elders, both of our faces like, ugh. It's like, ugh.
Not too into it. Definitely not too into it.
It's clear. You just cannot be that greedy in this meta. Oh, in ML in general, right? It's just too greedy, too much goal, but not enough goal to go around.
Well, unless they had some kind of specific strategy to bypass that early game, then I think it might be something worth trying. But in most situations, and I haven't seen it just yet, a lot of these teams don't exactly have strategy. They just want to play a standard game with a composition that requires that much gold. It's a bit too much to ask for.
Well, that is game 1 or series 1 done and dusted. Are you all good? You know, dust it off?
Yeah. I'm feeling good.
I'm shaking off, feel a little bit slow off the books, but I think I'm getting into my groove. That being said, we'll go on a short break, a 5-minute break to be exact. But when we come back, we have another Singapore against a Malaysia encounter, and this is gonna be a sweet one because it's gonna be Nara Esports against Reborn. Who is gonna come out on top? Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to find out. This is MPL Season 3 MYSG. Of course, we are live at Facebook Gaming, of course, brought to you by EG Network as well as Moon2. Not forgetting our sponsors, legendary sponsors, U-Mobile, and of course, our elite sponsors, HyperX. My name is Matthew. His name is the Fatal 5-Way. See you in a bit.
Legendary! Godlike! Killing spree! Mega kill! Monster kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hero Spotlight. This week, a new hero will meet us on the Land of Dawn, Miss Violet Guinevere. As the proud princess of the Baroque family, Guinevere can combine mental perception with super energy. Also, she invents multiple magic effects. Magic superpower relying on her own sensitive spiritual perception and anti-gravity magic, with her own interpretation. It helps Guinevere become the unique killer in Battlefield. And that's our new hero, Guinevere. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points, with a 30% diamond discount in her launch week. Be sure not to miss out on 30% launch week discount. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. For free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's go fight some enemies. Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's get this started. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
No, Dexter. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's get this started.
Legendary. Double kill.
Come on.
Triple kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The strongest
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Hey guys, welcome back to the stream and welcome back to MPL NYSG Season 3. My name is Matthew, his name is Costi Fatal 54, and this whole thing is live on Facebook Gaming, of course brought to you by EG Network. And it was the wrong one, but EG Network, and not forgetting our legendary sponsor, U Mobile, and of course our
dan kami boleh drafting dengan baik. So bagi saya, tim yang kuat train akan menang macam tu je.
Tentang sumpahan juara ni, kalau dengar pun takut juga kan. Tapi kalau ada rezeki lagi, insyaAllah kita orang akan dapatkan champion tu lagi lah. Pada pendapat kita orang, cara untuk mengekalkan kedudukan champion tu ialah kekalkan training, selalu training, banyakkan training, buat yang terbaik bila ada tournament-tournament yang akan datang. Kita orang punya target semasa regular season ialah tempat pertama hingga tempat keempat. Playoff semestinya nak ada antara 1 hingga ke 3.
Yang paling kami takuti adalah tim RSG, sebab mereka banyak pengalaman dan sangat serasi.
Bagi pendapat saya, tim yang lemah antara tim-tim yang ada sekarang ni adalah tim Nara, sebab diorang baru buat tim tu tak sampai sebulan. So dekat situ diorang punya chemistry tak berapa serasi lah.
Bagi saya, tim yang akan menang antara Singapura dan Malaysia adalah tim Malaysia. Malaysia mempunyai ramai player yang berbakat dan juga organisasi yang kuat-kuat dan telah sediakan macam-macam untuk player supaya dapat julang juara.
They're going up against the weakest team.
Yeah,
They said it. They said it.
Ooh, some strong words, and then it just so happened to line up so well.
I didn't know that was the taunt video.
Let's see, but honestly, I really want to know a little bit more about Nara Esports here. Let's have a look at their interview.
I came from Indonesia MPL, so I planned to came back to Singapore. The idea was to continue playing Mobile Legends. So that I thought of actually creating my own team to go for MPL Singapore. I already know a lot of Singapore players who are capable to play in the tournament, so I just basically gather all of them. I knew them for quite some time already before I went to Indonesia. So in terms of chemistry and game knowledge, I know they are up to par already.
For regional, actually quite tricky because I faced before Philippine team and Indonesia team that may be stronger, but however they may lose to us in scrims, and maybe vice versa for other teams. So we can say that all teams have their own character, have their own habit of playing and their own chemistry. So it's very difficult for us to tell who is better, because we still have to come out to the playoff and see who will get an upper hand over each other.
So for this season MPL, the weakest team probably I feel is Expect Excessive. It's because due to that they are not full-time players. They are understanding that they are still studying. They will face certain difficulty in terms of certain problems that we will face, like training, gathering, bonding and stuff like that.
Well, I left Evolve SG maybe because the team itself doesn't need an aggro tank at that moment, at that meta. So I was benched. Then I move on. So, and the drama inside, I mean, there'll be drama in every team. Because these things, I felt it shouldn't slow us down. We as gamers or entertainers, we should always look forward. So I find a better team. I felt it's a better team, and I came to Nara. And for this season, I still believe the team that I've chosen is the best, which is Nara. And that's why I'm here.
So I would say that the team right now is actually my dream team because it's a team that I created. Naturally, we will try to aim a spot for the regular season next season. However, like every team, our goal is to win MPL. That's the reason why we joined. In terms for like me and Kolaya, we have experience of winning before in tournaments, so I think we can actually inspire our team to win. So it shouldn't be an issue.
You could feel the beef between Kolaya and Evos.
I know, right?
But that's a story for another day.
Some casual shade there.
One thing I want to point out, you could see the dominant figures of that team. Very clear. Fenrir, and Colette. And those two are the ones that has to show up if they want to go for it.
Well, I do agree that they do have a lot of say, probably because they have a lot of experience under their belt. They've won in competitions before. It's not something that's too new to them, and I think a lot of the other members are looking for them for that leadership experience. But the real question, can they work together as a team against someone like Reborn?
And Reborn said, hey, Nara Esports Singapore, they are the weakest team. And you know what? Let's look at the featured player and see who are the ones that we should look out for. I think Rin is the one from Reborn. And I mean, this guy was basically Lancelot in MPL Season 2.
Oh yeah, and even when he was playing the other day, doing a great job at just buying so much time for the team. He's done such a great job overall. Hopefully we get to see another Lancelot game in this series itself, but I'm not going to get my hopes too high up.
Well, we'll wait and we'll see. But for now, we can see he is really efficient. But I also want to talk about his other picks, right? He played Talmud and whatnot. But let's talk about Eric X from Nara.
Yeah, and he has been so far a very consistent marksman. Like, he does everything you need him to do. The question is, can he do more than that? Can he separate himself from the other marksmen? Pretty interesting build he has there.
Oh yeah, I was like, this is a mage build.
I guess he wants to get that extra damage with lightning truncheons, but pretty interesting to say the least.
Okay. Let's disregard that. Let's talk about these two teams, right? The story, the establishment, the history of it. Reborn, the underdogs of last season, coming through to win it all. Now Nara arguably in the same position.
Yeah, I do agree. And it's kind of weird because it feels like they're finding a reflection of themselves.
Yeah.
And both teams are very confident coming into this game, especially Reborn. But that big question, whether that champion curse, no way you can win twice. That's gonna be rough, and I think they need to collect as many points as possible to really show that they are still in that position.
Well, let's go to the drop and let's see how this series will pan out. It's gonna be Reborn on the blue side against Nara Esports on the red side, and Selena. It is like a curse Lena because every time it's banned out.
Yeah, every single time it's banned out. I think that's just going to increase the percentages from the most banned here. Slowly she's going to move her way up.
6, 5, 4.
Probably won't get up to like 1 or 2, but good 3 eventually. But so far, the bans have been around the same pool of heroes for the most part.
But the question is, will they ban out the tanks?
I'm just surprised that they want to get rid of Hellcurt out of all things. Like Selena, I can still understand, especially when you have Fenrir. He did an amazing job in the last week. However, getting rid of it, I think they really want to prioritize Fenrir here.
So, if I am Nara, I'm just banning out a tank here.
Really, not Harith?
No. I let them have Harith so that Fenrir can pick something else.
Ooh, that confidence. I mean, is it the best? It's hard to say because Harith is that good. It's just that good of a hero.
But he did get some nerfs already, so it's not.
Yes,
it's still good. I'm not denying that, but let's see. Nara, what are you gonna do? Pick your poison to what even they don't know. It's gonna be a tank.
Oh,
mind games.
Mind games. But that means Harith, Lunox, Claude are all on the table.
No, I mean Harith, right? Lung was like, hey, he solo carried that game.
Yep. They're hovering over it now. Nara Esports, what are they gonna reply with? Pick up the Lunox for themselves?
Lunox. What? Okay. I was like, what? I was like, no. It's gonna be Lunox Kaya.
Lunox Kaya or Lunox Cho, one or the other. I think they're interchangeable at this point. Oh yeah,
completely. The thing is that I still think Kaya is more highly prioritized than Grok, personally. But it's a personal preference kind of thing.
I guess because a lot of the time that early game is like those early 2v2 contestants, lane wave, pushing, all of that is determined by Grok himself. So I think it's a great tool if used correctly. But it just kind of gives Reborn a very clear answer. You can lock in Cho, you can also lock in Kaya if you wanted to, but it looks like they instead want to get their fighter, and they mentioned it in their interview themselves, that split push.
This is the thing, right? Reborn is the only team that prioritizes fighters so heavily. That's Rin's champion, so now, that's obviously a tank Cho now, because you have a fighter. Don't be surprised if they even pick the Leomon, because last week they did the same.
Yeah, and they really would just want to throw a wrench in the enemy team composition before, but this is going to be the Kaya. Yep.
No brainer.
Second ban. This is where it gets a bit important, especially for Nara.
What do you think Reborn has to ban here? I think maybe a marksman.
Claude? I think Claude is up. Definitely should be considered to be banned here. Yep. Tank the table.
Your team
Minotaur?
is banning.
Yeah. Ooh.
Minotaur. Give me that Minotaur. You have to ban out a tank.
Yeah, it's going to be a tank. Minotaur, I think it just has to go. Just has to go.
That's just way too much control, right?
Yeah. Oh, Bellaric instead.
Your team is picking.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious now that what Reborn will have access to if they do pick up the Minotaur for themselves. I say a big if because we don't know where these teams prioritize. They could, especially for Reborn, they could easily pick up the Leomorph for themselves.
I want to see here what they're going to go for, because Eric doesn't have the Claude anymore. Can he play the carry? No, it's going to be the Leomorph, so
Your team
they
is
do want to
picking.
pick that up, even though Thomas is on the other side. That's a strong team fighter, you know, with the Phantom Steed, does deal a lot of damage.
Absolutely.
Now, Reborn, what are you going to go for? Your final 2 picks. Gideon, what do you think?
Final 2 picks here. I think it's probably going to hover around the Minotaur. They might consider picking up Hayabusa for themselves, but I would think that might be a little greedy.
Yeah, it's exactly.
So greedy though, but we'll just have to see how
Not
they play
as
it.
greedy as Bosskurr.
Agreed, definitely agreed. At least this one has some form of mid game with Thalmus instead. But Hayabusa, he's again looking to control and set the pace of the game.
What's your last pick here?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Lancelot?
I mean, you could, yeah, you could.
I think Lancelot's a good pick here, but I'm not sure if they can go for it.
Oh,
It's a good fire. That's our first Guinevere.
okay. Racking my brain, are there any other knockups on the team? Not really. Oh, there is, but that's hard to pull off. Okay. Where?
Grok.
Yeah, but that one's a little bit harder to pull off. You want to like more, something like a Minotaur.
That's true. Okay, let's have some time to process it, and let's see what both teams have to say to each other.
Saya rasa kuliah akan rindu dekat pasukan lama dia, Eagles SG. Reborn, you guys are just a one-time wonder.
Weak. Weak. Yeah.
Come on, Mr. V, open up a taunt shop.
Start up a tuition center to how to trash talk.
How to trash talk by Mr. V.
Ooh, trash talk with Mr. V 101.
Hey, that's bam. We gave you an idea. Give us a share. Reborn, Nara Esports. Who is gonna come out on top? The second series of the day. Game 1 between Malaysia's Sweethearts and Singapore's Newbies.
Ooh, this is gonna be a game to keep an eye out for, especially since it's the first Guinevere of the game. Let's see how they utilize this new pick.
Yeah, let's look at the battle spell that he go with as well. I think this is a fighter Guinevere, so I think he might go for the Retribution more often than not, right?
Yeah.
But this is really aggressive from Nara. 1-3-1 off the bat, gonna steal off straight away, and they're gonna take it in. He says, hey, this is not your jungle, this is my jungle, but Silo might have something to say. 4 members come through. Looks like Rin actually got the buff here, and now things are going from bad to worse from Nara. However, they do retribute back. Looks like they will all survive, but the buff went over to Rin.
Wow, really interesting the way they distributed themselves in the decision-making coming to this.
He's dead.
Oh, no, he should be okay.
He has no quad shadow, he's only level 1. Nara is just havoc central right now. They just want to disturb.
I think it's really smart because they allowed XM to just oh no, he's in trouble. Oh, makes it out. He was soloing the buff by himself and didn't take a lot of damage to begin with. So with that advantage, they used their 3 to invade straight away.
But Long has not been stopped at all. Level 3, he's gonna pick up the crap as well. Gonna have that influx of gold. Look at it. He has almost the most gold in the team, and he's gonna hit level 4 relatively soon. Look at Long for the big plays.
Yeah, he's gotta be super careful. And Long also has the buff as well, so he's gonna have plenty of that mana to really keep himself in lane for the most part. Oh, they gotta be so careful with Hayabusa. Yeah, they might consider going for a turtle here, but they gotta be careful.
Turtle
This is so dangerous.
Look at the level 4s. Only 1 member from Reborn is level 4. Same goes to Nara. XM is also level 4, and now they want to force fuck Silo. Needs to go away. You can see the downward force does come out. XM tries to lock down Silo. He's a Chodo. He's very slippery. Uses Chikundo. Good. fast fingers from Silo manages to walk away.
Doesn't get caught just yet, but luckily he only comes out with a bit of health. Should be fine as the rest of the team rotates down to the bottom side, making sure that they have that side lane pressure to take away that turtle.
They are on it already, 50% health. Reborn, are they going to give it up for free?
Are they going to contest it? I don't think they are.
Oh, they won't give it up for free here. And now it looks like Nara, quick early advantage to their name.
It's interesting. I think Reborn just doesn't want to put themselves in that sort of danger. Silo a little low on HP, but he will have that Thamos for backup in case they decide to go for the all-in.
Okay, for now, things are, Nara has a slight lead. They need to make something happen, and exactly that. They are going to this bottom side Evo X, and Rin is just getting zoned out. Nara is so aggressive.
Yeah, they are just making sure they don't get the buffs at all. They're trying to steal away, doesn't get it, but Harith is in the backside.
Oh, 5 members are here. Reborn, they fancy a fight. And they walk away? That was a perfect opportunity, right?
Even Evil X was building up rage. He could have easily gone in there. Wow. They decide not to go for it. Instead, want along to get the buff. I mean, that was a little strange, I have to admit, because that was such perfect positioning and perfect timing for Reborn to actually take the fight against Nara right there and then.
Okay, never mind. Let's redo this, because now Nara's the one that are the aggressors. Kenpachi gonna pop the ultimate, but not enough regeneration to save his life. That is the second kill. Now Reborn trying to retaliate. They are rotating this bottom side, but Forza is just saying, no, stay in the mid lane. We are not gonna let you rotate.
Acting as that living ward, making sure they have vision over the enemy, making sure that they know where they are at all times is such a great tool because that helps with the decision making for the rest of his team. Oh no.
Forza, Silo will kick him back long. Has the Zaman Force active, but it's not enough damage. Forza forced to flicker out. At least no one goes down.
Yeah, that was some saving grace here because Nara had more members and they could easily take Silo out, but luckily he has got those quick fingers. Eric, on the other hand, gets priority, and so far he's not getting as punished as you would have imagined against the Thalamus lane.
The weakest team in the league, Reborn says, but they are facing some issues right now. See, they are not finding any footing in this game so far.
Yeah, they're really struggling to find any sort of advantage coming in from Nara. I think Guinevere has to kind of give this up. Doesn't have the members, but the rest of the team will punish that mid-tier 1. That opens up the map a lot more for Nara Esports. Oh no, Silo.
Kolia is just wrecking havoc. Fenrir and Kolia tag teaming it up, and they get the kill with the Darkening. They are on a roll here, Nara Esports.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Silo was hoping for there, but gets punished for just trying to clear the wave. And Reborn again on the back foot. Doesn't look like they're making the proactive play. And even if they do, Nara Esports have a great response when they do try to make something happen. Like for that top tier 1, for example.
Yeah. Looks like Forza wants to come in. Flicker does get forced out by Kenpachi, and now they are still going. You can see, right? There's a sort of a pattern going on from Nara, right? Rinse and repeat. We push the mid lane, we invade to the bottom side. We try to get something off. Alright, try again. And every single time they get a little small win, they just build off that. Now they have a 2,000 goalie and they have a slight map pressure.
Yeah, they just keep accumulating that lead every single time. And most importantly, they're playing off of priority because Reborn, since they're one step behind, they have to clear that wave. If not, they lose a lot of damage into that turret, putting themselves at risk. So they always are just half a step off of Nara Esports. But Nara Esports rotating to the top side.
Silo does engage onto Forza. For now, they are walking back, not engaging just yet.
What are they?
They are. What? I'm very confused right now, Gideon.
I'm not too sure what Reborn are waiting for, what conditions they're looking to have to catch somebody off, but so far it seems pretty passive, especially from Reborn.
It's very clear, right? They want to go with that 1-3-1 split push. Hayabusa is doing just that. Can they get extra? Nope. That's why they should walk away. But the core 3 members of Reborn in his mid side is not strong enough to withstand the pressure of Nara.
Yeah, and again, this war of attrition, if this keeps on going, Nara will always come up on top, but now they've got the back pedal.
Oh, they want to stop this fight. Evil X, Mini of Fury, only knocks onto 1. They lose the Thanos. Forza will get focused on as well. Where is Long? He gets sniped away. Nara now can chase, and they are gonna chase Eric with the flicker, going to use that Phantom Steed to good use. And they take down 3.
Great catch coming from Nara Esports. They didn't even let Luke get the opportunity to get his damage up, but XMXM!
It's the duel to the death, but the stun is there. Rin He concedes. He says, you are the better man and you win this time.
Oh, that was so close. XMXM does edge it out with the rest of the team does come to reply, and they take another turret away from Reborn. 5-1. That is such a good way of playing the game, especially when you're objective orientated. Kolya is going to push out that mid, make sure he has priority while the rest of his team looks to take Turtle away, so far ahead of the game.
This is a totally different Nara from last week. Last week we saw a lot of chaotic plays, right? They got a lot of kills, but they didn't focus the objectives. This time they're getting the kills, but they fix the objective focus. They keep going in, stealing buffs, getting turtles, getting turrets. This is a strong team.
Yeah, extremely textbook line of play coming in from Nara, and I think they had to learn that a little bit harder considering how much of a struggle they had to deal with in the previous week against Assassins. I think this is a great way of adapting into meta.
But the thing is that Reborn, they're just not looking like the team that beat Resurgence.
Yeah, strangely enough, I mean, they don't seem very proactive, or even putting themselves in a position to go for these catches.
The draft is fine, you know, they are picking what they like, they can show up, they find those opportunities, but they're not pulling the trigger here, Gideon.
I'm not sure what has shaken their confidence at all. Let's look at the items real quick. Are they possibly waiting for an item spike to look to pop off? Doesn't look like it. I mean, they've got the Calamity Reaper on to the side of Harith. He will do damage. It's not like he's so far behind that he can't. This is just bizarre.
They have that power spike already, but I guess they just want the Hayabusa to come online? But why do you need to wait?
Yeah, I suppose, and it's not like they're too far behind. 6k goal is easily, you can easily catch up with one good team fight.
And you know, especially in this meta, it's all about team fights, right? The death timers are a little bit longer, and coming into it, if you win one team fight, there's a big swing, but Kolya is not letting that happen. He is playing that aggressive tank role that he's so well known for.
I mean, this is just going to be a long, grindy game for Reborn if they don't make something happen, as Nara is going to choke them out, waiting for Laura to come up. They're waiting for that, they're waiting for another 18 seconds, and in the meantime, looking to get a catch to hopefully break. Oh no, here it is.
It's the aggressive play, but the Divine Judgment just drops Silo, and Evo X now is in big trouble. There goes the Grok. However, Minion Fury does get popped out, not going to catch up to anyone. Fenrir does have the Brilliance, and Long doing what he can, but he just doesn't have enough damage. The Zama Force was active. He was doing what he can, but it's not melting the members. Nara instead is the aggressors, and they come up big with that team fight.
Nara played that team fight so well. They dodged all the big ultimates in that entire fight. They made sure that Silo wasn't able to get the second part of the Way of the Dragon. Evil X, he used his ultimate, hit nobody because Fenrir wasn't brilliant, and even Kimpachi struggling to find an opportunity to get to that back line. Nara played that perfectly.
Wait. Let's go Hayabusa. Let's see this. Can it be the steal to win it? Nah, that was close there. But Kolya says, hey, no,
just stop. And now Rin is in trouble.
He's definitely going down, surrounded by a Nara sandwich, and he is the butter in between.
Oh, you have to admit, that was kind of gnarly coming in from Nara as they continue to push the top side. And now, regrouping with Lord, this is going to be a very devastating blow to Reborn's economy.
Yep, and I don't know, man, Reborn 10,000 behind. Nara looking like a strong team here. Looks like they fixed their issues, right?
Yeah, I do think they fixed their issues. I do think Reborn is playing a little passive, and they are conceding way too much than what I'm used to them doing.
Yeah, they just like a totally different team. Here comes Kolya being really aggressive. He knows he can do this. Silo coming through as well. For now, still A-okay, but you see all three lanes are getting pushed in. Leoma on the bottom side, Guinevere on the top side. Three members of Nara gonna escort Lord. Here comes the knockup. Gonna pick onto Kolya with the weight of the dragon. Zama Force is there. Meanwhile, Hayabusa is gonna try his best to clear out Leoma, but Nara esports are just not falling down. XMXM wins the duel on the top side against the Damos. Things are just falling apart for Reborn.
They're losing everything that they've been working for until this time. Silo using the third Draguno to make sure he does something to knock them back, but it's just not enough.
Summon Force comes true, but it's not enough. XM showing the full potential of this Guinevere. Silo will push back this little one. Eric is in that little bit of turret range, but he manages to stay alive. Silo, ooh, the Athena shield coming active just to keep himself alive, but that is just gonna delay the inevitable because Nara Esports took down all 3 inhibitors, and they are looking to end the game here.
Yes, they are. Phantom Steam does go through. They want to break all the way to the end, but they don't have enough minions.
This is not only winning a game, this is sending a message. Nara Esports, they had a shaky week 1, but they are not shaky anymore. They bring home game 1 in a rather convincing fashion.
Reborn, it doesn't look like they're the weakest team.
You said this is the weakest team? Error 404, weakest team not found.
Seems like Nara Esports, they, as you mentioned, they cleaned up their game since week 1. They are looking so good, but you have to kind of give it to Reborn as well that they were conceding a little bit too much coming into this game. I mean, look at that. Look at the goal difference in itself. You could see they were giving up too much.
15-1 kill score. The problem is they just never used the power spike. Calamity Reaper onto long early on. They had, Tamos. They didn't put Tamos on the Leomon lane. That's another thing, right? They kept putting Tamos on the Guinevere lane. And Guinevere's like, hey, okay, it's all gonna be fine, right? He can just farm things out and allow Eric to just slowly rack the items out. And Fenrir popped off together with Kolya.
Yeah.
The 2 veterans tag teaming up.
They were really making a significant difference here. I think Kolya, for the most part, was abusing Rock's early game very, very well with these big invades. Didn't exactly get very successful in the first one, but that's the idea you want to play around, especially when you have the likes of Rock on your team composition.
Yeah, and this is how you play a Grok, the aggressive tank. They say, you know what? EVOS didn't appreciate my aggression. I'm gonna make a team that appreciates my aggression.
Casual shade and EVOS here. Ooh, I can't wait till when both of these teams fight each other.
It's gonna be like, ooh, brothers at once. But you know what? Let's look at the highlights of this game. But to be honest, there was nothing much to see, right? It was all Nara.
I think for the most part, you have to just watch the way Reborn are playing. They're getting these catches, but in a lot of them, they are hoping that Hayabusa can control the tempo a little bit more than he should. But they gotta remember, even if your Hayabusa is behind or can't get the tempo that you're looking for, you can take these 50-50 fights. So many times they could have fought.
Miriam Fury tagged onto nobody, and they are just wasting so much of their abilities. Nara Esports, right? Props to them. They understood how to team fight so well.
Yeah, really nasty team fight. Really, really nasty. I mean, for a new team, this is looking pretty professional.
I mean, Kolya and Fenrir, they have so much experience between them. MPL first runner-up on the side of Kolya. MPL second runner-up, Indonesia on the side of Fenrir. They have so much experience between them, and they are showing their quality here.
I think they really want to be that, since they weren't able to get those champion slots, this is the team that they're going to be on to finally make it through. Hopefully they are able to, because I'm kind of rooting for these guys. They're doing such a good job, and considering their style of play, I'm really liking the way they're pulling off these comps.
Yeah, but it's still only game 1. Hold your horses, Gideon. Don't get too excited just yet, because we are not done just yet. But when we come back, we will have game 2 between Reborn and Nara Esports. Remember, dude, last week it was the same thing.
That's
RSG was like, hey, Reborn, this is how you play Mobile Legends. And then the next 2 games, Reborn was like, hey, remember how we beat you last season? Will it be?
Ooh, that one hurt.
Will it be a replicate of game 1, or will Reborn born into the series? We'll have to find out. Kind of force that issue there. My name is Matthew. His name is Defeated 5-Way. And of course, this is MPL MYSG Season 3. We are live on Facebook Gaming and brought to you by Muntut and EG Network. Not forgetting our sponsors, our legendary sponsor, U-Mobile, and our elite sponsor, HyperX. See you in a bit.
You have slain
free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's go fight some enemies. Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter. Let's get this started. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's go, Dexter. Let's get this started.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's get this started.
Legendary. Double kill. Triple kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The strongest legion.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary. Legendary.
And welcome back, everybody, live on Facebook Gaming. This is MPL MYSG Season 3, brought to you by EGG Network as well as Muntu, and not to mention our legendary sponsor U-Mobile as well as our elite sponsor HyperX.
I'll give it to you. Best intro today.
Hey, real smooth. My name is the Fatal Five-Way. This is Matthew. We've been having some exciting games today. Woo! Game 2.
You and I have really different definitions of exciting. I mean, it was interesting.
Interesting.
It was textbook. But also, where are the team fights, dude? Where are the all-out brawls?
I'll give it to you. My definition may be a little bit weirder because I like seeing the textbook plays. I like seeing efficiency from these teams. I don't necessarily have to see a lot of blood. If you're
Alright.
playing good, I can appreciate
Okay, fair enough. But let's remind everybody what happened in game 1 there, right? So game 1, Nara Esports was just all out. Beautiful action. It felt like they were man on a mission, right? Like come in, kept on going on over, invades, and perfectly played there, I think.
I think the best part about watching that game is just you could see it in their movement alone that they had purpose. They had such a clear game plan, like you said, and every move that they make was determined to do that one objective, and it was really well thought out. However, Reborn, on the other hand, not exactly having as much of a start like you would want them to have, considering what kind of a team composition they had. So strong, so strong.
You know, like every move that Reborn makes, every breath they take, Nara was basically
Just watching them.
Was watching, right?
Nope, this is just stalking them. This is creepy. This is so you don't realize that's really creepy. But this is going to be game 2, potentially the final game. Maybe Reborn just needed a bit of a just slap yourself up a little bit.
You know, you just like slow. Sometimes you're like, God, I gotta warm up. Every time, you know, when you play Mobile Legends, the first game is like, you might
First
feed
game of the
0
day.
and 10. It's like, it's okay. It's just the first game. You know, when you're playing your friends, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes when you're mythic, you're playing your friends. It's like, oh my God, it's mythic. He's really good. And then you feed
really bad. It's like, come on,
Let's give
dude.
it, guys.
It's like warm up. Hello, warm up. You know,
First game of today. Don't worry. Relax. I got this.
do you want to play one more? It's okay. I'm tired already.
That's when you know you messed up hard. Too relatable. That was too relatable. However, yeah, Reborn, they want to come in. They want, maybe, again, it's just repetition of week 1 where they drop the first game and win the second game. Will they be able to bring this into a game 3? I would hope so, considering that game 1, they just gave away way too much.
I think they need. I don't know why. Are they giving too much respect? Or they just didn't dare to put the trigger? But then they say, like, hey,
They're the weakest team.
Like, that should give you confidence. Just like walk in. You know, Nara Esports just went in guns blazing. They did not hold back. Full confidence every single time. That bottom buff was alive, they just went for it.
Yeah, and I really like their style of play. It feels very analyzed. It feels like it's been practiced. It has been. The movement, the way they path, everything just feels like clockwork. All set up for that singular purpose, all moving in synchronization. Felt good to watch.
Okay, if you are Reborn's coach,
Okay.
what do you say?
At this point, I'm just like, guys, wake up. Guys,
The draft was fine. Like, you drafted well.
Yeah, you
Good
dropped
job,
it well.
good job,
Yeah,
idiot.
ooh, clap. But they really need to wake up, because with such a sick draft, if you don't abuse it, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're just going to give too much away to Nara.
Yeah, and now they are on the red side. No first pick anymore, no Harif to lock in. Let's see how they kind of adapt to it. Nara Esports, I think they just need to do what they are doing, right? Grok is very important. Do you think so? Grok is their main pick.
Well, that shaped how the early game went. Yes, I do think I agree. Especially with Kolia on it, he knew what he had to do. He used, and I mentioned before in the previous cast that he needs to be able to use that early aggression, that early stats, and that's what he did. Went for that buff every single time. How do you contest it with something so big and dealing so much damage?
I mean, it's that power of nature, the extra stats that just pulls through. And the main thing was that Reborn was not doing anything to kind of fight back. Right? They were like, every time it comes in, they concede, and they were like, oh yeah, okay, you can take my buff, it's fine. And they just needed something to fight back and to redeem something back. Trade it off.
I think giving the buff was fine. I don't think not initiating team fights was a problem. But let's find out some more in this upcoming draft, where we've got Nara on the blue side and Reborn on the red side.
Ban's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be Lunox here. So now, Reborn, are they gonna ban out the tanks? Or are they gonna change it up? And yep, they're just gonna ban out the S tiers here.
I think they're just gonna focus down Fenrir again, like in the previous draft. So I don't think too much is going to change. However, Nara will have the options of kind of shaping it out.
You ban Cloud.
Ooh, they ban Cloud this time around?
You ban Cloud. And basically, Long has nothing else to play, right?
That's true. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we've seen Lung pick up the Falmas last week as well, so it's not like he's completely out of options. I think that he would just have limited options. Reborn, on the other hand, could be looking for a potential Grok ban.
I think they had to ban out Grok, right? Grok was just so influential.
Coming in last, yep. It's gonna be it. Nara Esports.
Kaya.
First pick Kaya?
Kaya chose Selena. One of the three.
Selena, yeah. Selena was the one I was thinking about. Especially when you have Fenrir on the team, he does such a good job with it, abusing that early game power. Especially once she hits level 2, so good.
Yeah, it's just once you're level 2, basically you have all your abilities unlocked.
Yeah. I mean, if they had Grok, it'd be even stronger, but you can't get everything.
Beggars can't be choosers.
They're not beggars, man. They are not beggars. How much they are earning for that one game alone, man, that's in the bank.
Fair enough. Reborn. Kaya. Kaya Thamus.
Kaya Thamus? I feel like they can both lock in Akai.
I got a Thamus, right? Which I didn't. You were agreeing on me on that Kaya.
I do think it was supposed to be a tank of some sort. I just didn't expect Beleric out of all things.
I think it just shows that they want that nature seed. It's really important to them.
I think this is, especially for Nara.
Oh, that is a. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that is a Kolia special.
Yeah, that's a Kolia special for sure. I was expecting more on the likes of the Cho and giving up one or the other, but it looks like it's okay. We'll give you Cho. It's fine. We'll take in a high priority utility tank picks.
I mean, you can see most picked 84.21%. It's up until last week, of course. Akai and Kolia is good at this. Since season 2, he has made a name for himself. And Long, he has to lock in that clock because that's the only other hero that he's really known for.
That's true. He has been picking up Thalmos in week 1 as well, but not the greatest, Now our esports have first ban here. What's it going to be? what would really hurt their composition? I feel like Diggy. Diggy would really hurt their comp.
And Silo knows how to play Diggy.
Yeah. So that'd be a good option considering you already, like, Nara Esports have revealed that they have 3 hard CCs on their side.
Then again, like, you know why I was going to say the Mino more? Is because they already have the Bellery. They already have the passive support.
True.
So they needed something more aggressive, and hey, there you go. It's a Minotaur.
I would agree. Yeah. And even if they don't have Minotaur, that just if Reborn wanted to pick Minotaur anyway, that's just gonna push them down into Lolita. Okay. Reborn on the other side.
Leomont. Leomont. Or you can ban out the Guinevere if you're not like comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think
you saw, right? They just beat up Damus.
I think you can force them on the Guinevere, just get rid of the Leomord in general. At least they won't have that team fighting potential, considering they have so many picks that they can abuse.
Your team
I don't like this.
picking.
I mean, they should know Selena is definitely going on Fenrir.
Fenrir has his hero already. No point to ban that out. Okay, let's go. Let's go on to it. Reborn. What do you think they're gonna pick?
Probably the likes of something that deals probably the same as Minotaur, so they might lock in Lolita here to be able to block out the arrows and also have a good disengage and re-engage with Flicker. But Cho, I guess they want to play that game where they want to get those picks.
Okay, so it's gonna be. But then again, you pick Claude, which is. You know, if you want to pick picks, you gotta go carry, right?
I know. That's the thing.
Alright. Calm down.
Looks like they're gonna go into that pseudo position then, yeah. That pseudo marksman position does a really good job, and I mean that's just gonna accentuate the early game even more. But if they don't have that that dedicated DPS, that dedicated marksman, they are going to fall off towards the later stages.
They can't pick Guinevere here because there's too much magic damage.
Oh yeah, way too much.
Carry is fine. Guinevere is okay here. Oh wow. So this is okay. This is something they did during the qualifiers.
Yes.
They do triple hyper carries, and this is exactly what they go for. This is a very high risk, high reward kind of comp.
Yeah.
If they pop off, there is no coming back. But if they do not get the early catches, it's gonna be so difficult for them to come back.
I mean, it's hard to say they can't do those early catches considering the lineup. They've got the Selena, they've got the Harley, they've got 2 S-tier tanks here.
Okay. I was like,
I know, but I don't want you to fall into it just yet. Hold your horses. They're not just gonna quickly pick Cyclops, but instead they're gonna be locking in that Gushin. Oh, this is gonna be a tough game for Reborn.
I don't know, man. I'm favoring Nara Esports on that draft. But if Reborn gets pickoffs, it could be a big plus point. Silo, main man for Reborn.
Maybe, I do agree that there is a potential there, and not to mention they have Belericu with a point, would basically just walk up to someone and just lock him down for a second. That could help if they all are on the same page. So it's all about that macro play, all about that follow-up.
Early game is going to be important for these two teams because whoever gets that snowball, well, that is going to be the end of it. Because both teams have a really strong snowballing comp. Nara Esports 1 game up against the Season 2 MPL Malaysia Singapore champions. Can they live up to their name and Reborn into the series?
I mean, it's going to be a struggle, but I think they do have the skills to actually pull this off. If they can just hold on to that early game, we're going to have to watch as they come straight into the game. Let's see the lane distributions from both sides. We got Look and Silo in the top side, while Rin and Evil X go into the mid side. Thamos in the bottom by himself. Kimpachi hopefully fighting someone he can deal with.
They did this exactly in game 1, and Kolia getting a bit more punishment here. They're down to 50% health. And yeah, this is Reborn a little bit more prepared, I guess.
Yes, a very good way to deter them away from the buff. Good job on the side of Reborn. They just gotta keep it up.
Looks like they are gonna steal that Gargoyle. Can they take the buff in time? Oh, the buff is not down just yet.
They're gonna fight.
They're gonna fight for it, but it's a 4v3 situation. Look, needs to walk away, and they steal it away just like that. Kolia will get knocked out, but he has a 1,000 pounder. He pops the sprint, and he manages to walk away there.
Oh, that is so smart. They're gonna take another cap away from them. Oh my goodness,
we said it, man. Early game important, and hey ho, Nara Esports just took the early game and just grasp it with an iron fist.
Yeah, that's just so dirty coming in from Nara. And Reborn can't really respond to this just yet as they go back into their own jungle, and they had lane priority anyways, so they're very happy just allowing XM just to chill out on that bottom side. Don't have to worry about these invades too much. Pretty difficult to dive for it, especially since it's so early into the game, and I don't think anybody on Reborn is strong enough to go for these big dives.
So Fenrir is actually the one that is playing Harley. They kind of changed it up a little bit. And here he has a level 4
Let's see what can he do with his ultimate. So far 0-0, but that's not the main story. It's those jungle invades.
Yeah.
So effective.
Yeah, and you can already see that EXP is starting to add up. Level 2 on Lung compared to Kolya, who's already at level 4 with XM and Fenrir at level 4. I mean, these invades have definitely hurt Reborn.
I mean, maybe not the goal, but I tell you what, that EXP difference is going to come and bite them back, and they want to try and force the issue. Fenrir pops the Deadly Magic. They want to go onto Rin, but they do not find the target. He managed to walk away, and Rin does go down to the Deadly Magic. Meanwhile, off camera, there was a duel to the death with both members dropping out. Damus and Selena dying to each other, and they are going on to this turtle.
Oh, they're playing at such a fast pace. Eric is in trouble.
He needs to try and run away. Phantom steps away. They are still focusing onto this. Where's the Retribution? There goes Retribution. Kolya stuns them up with the 1,000-pounder, but they managed to just move back and disengage. They did get the turtle there.
Yeah, let's double check. Oh, hold on. That's not it.
That's not the double checking Tigers. Evil X just saying, by Rin. Came true.
Ooh, luckily Rin was there to respond, getting that sword spike at the very end to make sure Kolya doesn't get away with this. I mean, every time they go for these greedy dives, you have to punish them. You have to etch it out any way possible to get yourself gold. Let's double check the battle spells real quick. I'm pretty sure they don't have Retribution on any of their members.
I think they would have on Rin, but Rin was already down.
Yeah, Rin was already down. Yes, yep. Rin was already down, so now Esports knew exactly what they can and cannot take. Really well done.
Oh, but looks like they want to try and fight this out. They did steal a lot of the jungles, but can they take the lives of the members of Reborn?
Ooh, I mean, again, the snowball is starting to accumulate here. They've already created 2k gold in the first 3 minutes of the game. That's pretty huge, considering we haven't seen a team play like this aggressively and going for such a high-risk, high-reward composition.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but for now, things are starting to slow down a little bit. Looks like Reborn, they're at least biting back. They're not, just playing super passive, super conservative. They are punishing Nara's overextend.
Yeah, and XM, he is just very happy to just be around. Hey, look at me, I'm just pushing my lanes most of the time. Taking these, oh no, dead.
Killing
Dead.
spree.
And now XM going to go down in response to the bottom side, but Reborn's going to get a little bit more out of this.
This is the problem, right? Long is a more important target compared to XM. Yes, he's a Selena, but come late game, he's not going to do that much damage. He's going to be a stun board, and the main carries is obviously Fenrir and Eric, and they are happy to trade it out. They're going to take that mid turret as well, and now Kolya going to trap Evil X against that wall, but he cannot take the turret just yet. Rin will attack it, takes the Shadow Blade Slot, takes the Storm Swipe. He will kill off the Ikai.
Ooh, again, gotta keep punishing Kolya for being aggressive. You want to make those plays, sure, but you can't get away with everything. Turtle is gonna go into the hands of Nara Esports as they will look to rotate across the map to hopefully punish Reborn once Kolya is respawned.
Okay, now we're back into level packing. 4-4, the kill score about 3,000 gold, and they just want to kill off this Selena. He's trying to change things up. He does have the Abyssal Arrow, will slow things out. The Way of the Dragon will take down Rin, and there goes the kill. But they're taking so much kills, but I'm not getting any objectives here, Reborn.
Yep, Reborn just unable to really push their lead any further. So, I mean, sure, yes, you get a kill. Oh, Rin's dead.
Mega kill!
Okay, thanks, bye. I'm out of here as Fenrir continues to move towards the mid side of the map. And again, these rotations every single time. If you play this War of Attrition, if you lose 1-1 with no objectives, Nara Esports will always come up on top.
Okay, they're now trying to rotate up to this top side. They're just playing things by the book. Right? Go to the top side, get the crab. Kolya's gonna be fine. He's a tank. He already has that double courage bulwark completed. And now he's the one gonna be the aggressive. Kelapachi should be going down to the Deadly Magic on the hands of Fenrir, and he's already 5-0-0.
Yeah, he is just gonna take full control over this game, and Eric is just having the time of his life. He's able to free farm for the most part.
Fenrir does get stunned up. Shadow Blade Slaughter is there. However, the peel comes true. Fenrir trying to play the ring around the Rosie. He will finally go down the hands of Lo. Lo does have the Aegis. Eric though trying to tag team out. Can he be the carry that his team needs? And now looks like he's doing what he can. The peel comes through. Silo with the Jit Kundo, not enough, and he will get taken down in the hands of Eric.
Wow, and they still trade 1-for-1. Not going to be as good because Nara Esports are controlling both sides of the map as Reborn won't be able to respond as well. But luckily Selena doesn't exactly have the best way of clearing the game.
Yeah, but the thing is that Selena has been focused so much. He has the same amount of gold as Eric.
Pretty much. So, I mean, they're dividing their resources as much as they can. However, Reborn is just unable to really capitalize on any of it.
Why does Kolya have a hunting bow?
You don't question it. He's a professional player. Are you questioning?
Okay.
An aggressive?
We'll see. But this is an aggressive play coming in. Way of the Dragon onto Fenrir. But where's your teammates? You can't do this alone. And he's the one that's getting focused out. Oh, the turtle gets tagged away by Fenrir. He has that presence of mind to get stunned up, to get focused out, to just zip in, get the retribution, and even get a kill.
He's gonna get one.
Yes, he is. Oh, Fenrir, this is not allowed.
Oh my goodness, just stop it. He's just one-shotting people with a deadly magic and the full poker trick. It's just not even worth contesting.
XM gets the stun, and guess what? Fenrir will get the kill. They're not stopping there. Nature's Shield is just gonna protect you that much, but when 4 members of Nara is knocking, you are gonna get chopped down.
They are so far ahead now. So far they can dive pretty much anybody, and Reborn are just struggling to find the answers here. Let's quickly check the items. How far is Lung off from being able to get his items? Let's quickly look at that. Oh no,
Silo will get focused out. Oh, but the way of the Dragon is that XM needs to walk away for now. Looks like we have a little bit of time. You know, we didn't want to bring out items because there was a little bit of potential fight. So now we have some time to just see the item progression. There you have it.
Looks like he's going to build into the golden staff to get a quicker, earlier spike, but is that going to be enough to deal with someone like Fenrir, who right now is just crushing it?
They need Athena shoes. They need Athena shoes on all their members. Claude will not be able to withstand any damage.
Yeah. I mean, unless his tanks can somehow protect him, which in most cases won't be. They need to be that front line to let the rest of the team not ascend forward to get to him.
We can see Nara, they are definitely happy, and there goes the ultimate. Oh, Hurricane Dance comes through. Evil X, not even a chance to pop the Nature's Shield. He will go down. The first casualty, Forza will get kicked back into the team. He will go down at least. It is a 1-1, but Eric is just free hitting. However, Reborn does have the safety of the turret. They will back off for now, but the pressure is just insane.
Yeah, this is an immense amount of pressure. Even though they've given off 7 kills, and they have 12 kills for themselves, you would think they're still pretty even. No, it's not. The objective game is completely out of Reborn's hands. They've got 3 turrets on top of all those kills. It's already making such a huge difference in the economy.
Reborn, you need to find an answer, and you need to find it quick, because if this continues, you're just gonna bleed out.
I mean, Reborn just needs to sit back, take a breather, think about what's going on, and look to punish. They need to be very effective with their ultimates, because right now, not as effective as you would want it to be.
Looks like Nara putting the camp game on. Gonna put up their camping tents, and now there goes Kolia with the Hurricane. Now it's gonna pop Silo into a brush and into his death. Courage Bobo does get popped. They might want to go for even more.
They could just siege. They could just siege and look to pick up some stuff with XMXM, but it looks like Lord's gonna be the primary focus here. They know that they want to end this game high risk, high reward. They're already rewarding so much that they could easily just close out this game against Reborn. Man, that was gonna make Reborn eat their words.
Just like that, Reborn seeming like no way back. Nara Esports, they're just gonna wait for Lord to spawn and slowly siege through.
Oh no. Lord is already back up. Reborn, they can feel it. They can feel the pressure of Lord walking up ever so closely past that river. They are looking to set up a defense here. I'm not so sure they can come out of this one without losing an inhibitor at least.
It could be even the game, but looks like Nara Esports, they are gonna try to attack on all fronts. Can see now they're finally grouping back to the mid lane.
XMXM, hello.
There's a Lord in the enemy base. Kolia attacks the blender, but doesn't want to take it. Eric X trying to go for it. Now Kolia gonna go disruption and go in deep with the Hurricane. That's why Reborn are coming through. You can see here, Low is on the other side, just killing off every single member. He's doing so much damage. Kolia's going down as well. Reborn fighting back. XMXM, you are not there to fight, but you're gonna be here to die. And now the rest of the team is just gonna scatter over a 4-for-2 exchange.
That was so worth it for Reborn. They come out with 2 extra kills, and especially on big members like Eric, XMXM, as well as Kolia and Forza. So good. I mean, Fenrir, he can only focus one person at a time. He doesn't have enough damage to really chunk out an entire team, but those Athena shields are coming, and the tanks have already locked themselves in to defend against Fenrir.
Yep, now is this the comeback? Was that the start?
I mean, this might be a bigger start than we would have known. Reborn here, turning the tides of the fight ever so slowly, but they need those items. And so far, Loom, with that 2-item power spike, with the Demon Hunter Sword and the Golden Staff, was able to make such a difference there.
Okay, for now, Nara, it's not the end of the world. They lost the team fight, but they still have a 10,000 goal lead.
Oh yeah.
So they do have the momentum still, but might be a little bit harder than usual without the Lord. However, that top inhibitor is super low, and yep, that is indeed the target. XM gonna be that split push nuisance.
Yeah, and you can see the team, they're already gonna get that first inhibitor. They probably don't want to do too much, and if I was Reborn, I'd be looking at,
they pop a lot, and they're just gonna disengage now.
Yeah.
They can go. Where's the other? Oh, Silo. Shumpo just in time will break that tether. Force out Divine Judgment, gonna be on cooldown for a little bit.
But that's gonna be pretty good. That's gonna be pretty good for Nara as they look to push the waves. They want to break another inhibitor, make it worth their time.
For now, looks like they're just gonna back off. They're going to knock on his bottom side. Can they find any targets? Fenrir was the target of Silo. Now he's the one that is gonna get focused down. Eric doing what he can. Silo is super low, but look at the damage onto Belleric will go down. 4v5, the power play will come through. Nara gonna knock down this bottom third.
And now that they're missing the tank, nobody can really do anything about this push here. Collier taking a bit of damage, but he just is too tanky. The damage doesn't even matter. As long as the team is gonna push up. One more inhibitor, make it worth my time, says Nara.
Ooh, the arrow was just slightly whiffing, but looks like Nara is like, okay, we know when to quit. Just gonna back off and reset. I think they're gonna wait for the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with only one inhibitor turret, it's looking so good for Nara Esports for this upcoming Lord. And hopefully Reborn, on the other hand, will have enough items to actually contest them here, because they pushed up to 34k, and that means they've already secured themselves 2 items. The components might just be enough, but let's look at a bit of a replay here of what happened.
You can see here, Silo was there. He needs to get kicked out, but look at Eric. Sorry, keep your eyes on Eric. He's doing so much damage. Belleric gets focused out, and that is the strength of carry. His passive just is so brutal. He's basically a tank killer, and he 3, 1, and 4 right now. He has so many items.
Yeah, and despite Evil X being able to proc a bunch of his passives multiple times, it really just doesn't matter. Nah, he's too far back.
Yeah, landed on the long. That was a bit of a scary moment, but I think carry is soloing Lord. Carry soloing Lord.
Oh no, they have no idea. Reborn is looking to push up, but Nara Esports just wants to protect them. Look for any fight.
Well, then onto Silo. Silo does you, and oh my god, I didn't even know what happened. He just got knocked out, and now this is Nara going for the go. There goes Kabachi's roll, doing what he can with the blazing duet. He's melting as many members, but he just doesn't have enough damage. He will get taken out, and every single member of Reborn is falling, dropping like the dominoes they are. The immortality just to delay the kill. And with minions in the base, that is going to be game. Nara Esports, they started out shaky against Assassins last week, but this is a message to everyone in the league. We are no pushovers, and we are here with a go.
I mean, they may be a new team, but they are playing at such a high level. So well done from Nara Esports. Reborn putting up a much better performance compared to game 1, but still just wasn't enough. As Nara is so objective-minded, so different from week 1.
Yeah, man. And let's look at the end game stats. They gotta just break things down, because this game it felt very one-sided as well. This time, Reborn had a little bit more retribution.
Well, yeah.
But you just couldn't help but feel it was Nara all the way.
Pretty much, and you can even see Cole, he knew that he was so far ahead, he couldn't even bother to buy a Thunderbell for himself. Clearing waves, dealing a butt ton of damage with that hurricane dance. He was
aggressive tank.
Aggressive tank. This is how it should be played.
Look, 12% damage. The damage is, and this is, I would like to say this is a very Nara draft already, right?
Oh yeah.
Triple hyper carries, not something we see a lot. I know Resurgence does pull it out, but look at the damage share, very equal between all the 3 hyper carries, and this is the main thing. You think XM, he's getting focused, hey, you still have 2 more carries, but this is something that is really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Because if one small little thing, one wrong team fight goes through, right? We saw it. Team fight when 2 of their carries are killed off, hey, that's it. And you can see that by their composition, even though they do have 3 hyper carries, right? They want to give themselves the best opportunity. So you're going with the likes of, hey, we have Akai, he deals a good amount of damage. Fenrir, really difficult to catch. But more importantly, having the option like the Selena opens up so many more avenues, especially when it comes to invading, that it really messes with the enemy team. Where are they going to attack? Are they going to attack from the bottom side, through that Selena, or through the top side, So it just becomes a big guessing game that you can't even win.
I mean, if you are playing against this kind of strategy, right, what do you do as Reborn?
Well, as Reborn, number 1, you can't. You're looking to get those levels. You're looking to contest for that level 4. Let's look at some of the highlights, and I can explain it a little bit better because you can see that they're already trying to fight here, but they don't have the levels. They could have just conceded it over, wait until the rest of their members become stronger, hit their level 4s before really considering to take these fights. Because again, you can tell that Reborn's composition are heavily reliant on their ultimates to really take these games away.
And remember that early invade that caused so much issues for Reborn, right? They could have just converged into it and killed everyone off. And that was the issue, right? Reborn a little bit slow, but if I'm playing against Nara, I'm telling my team, hey, next time Reborn is gonna invade. Nara's gonna invade. We need to be ready.
I think they were ready for the first one. After the second one, the third one, they just weren't sure of themselves.
And here you can see Reborn was slowly bleeding out. You could feel that they were trying to fight back, but the goalie was just not in their favor.
And you have to admit, Fenrir did an amazing job. Would it be different if you gave Fenrir something like the Selena instead of the Harley? Would that change the style a little? Because I feel like